Yeah, Kung Pao chicken, crab
Wow,
rangoons.
he's gonna be turned up.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking into the mic yet.
Okay.
And fried wontons. Extra sauce. Extra sauce.
Extra sauce.
What's up, guys?
Kung Pao chicken.
Kung Pao. Hey, Lana. How you doing?
Hi.
Thanks for coming tonight.
You're so quiet.
Why am I low? I don't seem like I'm low. Hold on.
You are at 200 for me.
All right, I'll get closer to the mic.
Holy hell. There you are.
Sometimes I'm pretty steady on the mic. I keep my distance from my mic about this. This is what you'll hear me talking at right here.
Okay.
So adjust accordingly. I was ordering
Lana there.
I was ordering on the menu.
I was quiet.
I was ordering takeout earlier. No, I'm not.
Apparently.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Kung Pao chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be a running joke this episode.
Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all.
No. Extra sauce.
Well, Lana, you ready? You prepped and ready to go?
I am not prepped at all. I had a fat nap. So we're just going to wait.
You'll be fine. This will be fun.
No, not that we're recording this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been recording.
I'm always recording.
Unless he's not.
I'm not?
And then he'll go, oh, shit, I should have recorded
let me hit this button that says stop recording then.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to us today. Welcome to episode 93 of Guardian Down Cast. We're a couple dads that talk about all things in the Destiny universe, and we interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that loves our Canadian gamers. I'm your host, the Gatr, and my co-host, Hazel, is here as well. Hey, man, how you been?
It's such a random fucking opening. I'm doing good, and you know, yay Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, we're just giving some praise there. Hey, my week has been good. It increasingly got better and better, actually, to the point where yesterday I got an Xbox Series X.
Oh,
yeah,
not jealous. Damn.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, it's only taken me like a month of actual trying.
That's gonna be great though, because we got so many Xboxers in our clan and in our Discord. That's gonna be great, man.
Yes, exactly. And I'm gonna try to set something up on.
Hell yeah!
I'm thinking maybe May 22nd or something like that.
When's it being delivered? And what's your address again?
Like the first week in May.
Oh, okay. It's next week. Nice.
Yeah, so maybe the second week in May. I don't know. I haven't gotten anything saying it's shipped yet. So they're just like, hey, your order's being processed.
I've heard
a bundle.
Oh, nice.
I got a bundle. So the game is already shipped. And I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm going to stare at this fucking game.
We're just going to tease you with this Xbox Series X game. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm going to get a random fucking controller like the week after, I'm thinking.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah. But no, my week's been pretty good, though. Everybody's doing good and stuff like that. What about you, man?
Well, I wish I could stay the same, but it has been one of those weeks, man. Let's see. Friday, and you might have heard this from the last episode because it's been that long. Friday, actually the day after we podcasted, the day of, the garage door spring broke. So my garage door just went slam, and I couldn't open it back up because it's a heavy door. I was like, okay, no big deal, right? Well, Sunday rolls along and my compressor takes a dump. The whole AC unit in my house has to be replaced.
Oh, no.
And my dad's in the business. I get it at cost plus labor, you know. But the last time I bought an AC unit was 2006, and it has more than doubled in price. I don't know if it's from demand or whatever, but that stung. That really stung having to shell out the money for that thing. So, you know, that was that was a lot to deal with. And then my wife Monday says I can barely get my car home. It will not It's not running right.
No.
So our transmission's on the fritz again. She has one of these Ford damn, now I got to think about it.
Escape or something?
No, it's a small economy Fords. Not the Fiesta, but the. Why am I drawing a blank? I have no clue. But it's one of those little Ford cars that's always had transmission problems. They actually did a class action suit against them and stuff, and we're covered to 100,000 miles, but we still got to bring the dang thing in. I called Ford, and they're like, "Well, we're a week out on transmission work, so yeah, we'll see you next week." So my wife has to drive my car, so I'm carless other than my big old work truck, which I guess I'll have to make do. But anyway,
darn. You could let her take your work truck.
No, I don't think that would work. No, she doesn't want my smelly work truck. No, she, I guess bad things happen in threes. Air conditioner's fixed. We finally got air today. The garage door got fixed yesterday, so it's good. So now I just gotta wait till next week to bring her car in. And then maybe things will look better, but not to bum out the show, but it's been a lousy week. Missed a lot of work and I gotta bust it next week. So anyway, well, this week we have a past guest from back in January of last year, episode 23, if you want to go back and listen to it. And she's making her return to the show. She's our South African that now makes her home in Canada, and she's our appointed Triumph Score Queen. It's Lana, a.k.a. Lana Bobana, a.k.a. Lana A. How you been, Lana?
Hello.
I love that.
Yes, I am almost here. Or I am also here, listening to you guys talk.
Well, how you been? You doing good?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, good deal. Well,
good.
We'll look forward to talking with you later tonight. And want to give everybody a quick overview of what's going to happen tonight. We're first, of course, going to catch up with Lana here, see what that Canada life is all about. Next, we're going to test her Twitch reflexes in our new and further improved Fast Fire segment we call... Yeah, it's a speed run. Hazel's going to go over the TWAB for this 14th week of Season of the Chosen. I hope I got that number right. It's my turn for Weapon of the Month for April. And then finally, we're going to answer those tons of community questions and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. All right, guys. I can't wait. Let's get rolling. Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or, you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or Hazel, just visit our website at GuardianDowncast.com for all the contact information and where else you want to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't you or me, man. Anyway, so hey, Guardians, check us out, and later, Guardians.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man. Dear God. You see what I have to put up with for 93 weeks?
I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it. Yes.
Alcohol.
Yes.
A lot
we
of
need
alcohol.
more of that.
And we don't do video, so I can't see his hand gestures.
Yeah, exactly. Because else this would have only made like 13 weeks. But anyway, Lana, thank you so much for coming on. I just can't say how happy I am to have you back. I can't believe it's already been a year, or over a year, actually. But tell us about yourself. Let's just kind of get caught up for any new listeners.
I am originally South African. I was born there. Moved to Canada with my mom and dad in 1997. Been here a very long time. We go back every few years to visit my family over there. I'm not actually that Canadian. I couldn't sing "O Canada" as well as you guys just did at the beginning. If Gatr was recording when that happened. I don't know "O Canada." I know nothing about hockey. Don't like maple syrup, but I am Canadian. Yes.
What about the marijuana? Are you?
No.
Kidding. No, that was another guest or two.
I used to, But honestly, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack or a panic attack. And I need immediate assistance and an adult.
That's funny. How do you pass the time? What do you do for work?
I am a registered pharmacy technician at my local hospital.
Nice.
Very cool. I like that.
Nice. When's the last time you were in South Africa?
I think it was 2018. December 2018. My mom got married there. Her husband's Canadian. My stepdad's Canadian. They've been together for about 10 years. But she wanted to go have her wedding in South Africa because her brothers are there.
Okay.
The first time she got married to my dad, we were already in Canada, and she didn't have an actual wedding. It was just like at the Justice of the Peace or whatever it's called house, where they sign the paperwork, there's a witness, and that's it. This time around, she wanted an actual wedding, like dress, walking down the aisle. She wanted her family there, so we went to South Africa to have it there. And I actually bought her wedding dress as a surprise because she couldn't afford it.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yes.
Huh.
It was the hottest day of my life. I want to say it was a really great day, but I think it was 40 degrees Celsius. What is that Fahrenheit? Like off the top of your head? That's got to be like 100.
Yeah. I think so.
It's extremely
don't worry.
hot.
Hazel's Google Assistant's working.
I can hear him clicking. I can hear him typing.
Hazel's Google Assistant's taking care of it right now.
Clickety click. Yeah, let us know because nobody
I'm
that listens is going to know what that is.
Yeah, I just donned my producer hat for this.
There you go.
Holy fuck. That's 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's
Okay, so it was 104 degrees on her wedding day. And we were getting ready in we were staying at a resort. And we're getting ready and we're doing our hair or whatever, and we got AC, and I'm like, this is great. We step a foot outside of our room, and it's just immediately heat. We both start sweating. Our hair's already wet. We're taking the limo up to wherever it is. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. My mom's brother, like in the middle of saying their vows, came over to start fanning her because you could just see the sweat going down her neck.
Oh my!
I don't even know what was said. My grandma was there that I hadn't seen in like 4 or 5 years, and she was talking to me, and I couldn't even handle the conversation because I was about to pass out.
Oh my gosh!
It was so hot.
Wow.
Well, Lana, how'd you get started in gaming? Yeah. How'd you get started in this hobby that we all share? Did it all? Did you start with the Atari, or did you move? Or did you start in something a little newer than that?
Oh, how old do you think I am?
No. Hey, there's lots of people that have.
What's an Atari?
God, now I do feel old.
Seriously, what is an Atari?
I don't know.
I've heard the word before, but I think it's like generations before me.
I was a beta tester for Atari, so that's a running joke anyway. No, where did you get started? Did you get started on console, or were you a PC gamer, or how to get started? Just to refresh. I know you talked about it back on episode 23, but enlighten us. How'd you get started in all this?
Mario, Nintendo 64.
Gotcha.
PlayStation, Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven, and Game Boy Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Hazel's happy now.
Well, I mean, I haven't heard Tenchu in forever.
Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven? On PlayStation? I still have it. I still have my PlayStation and the game.
Oh, wow. I sunk so many hours into that damn game.
I have so many playthroughs. I can seriously remember every level and everything I had to do. And be sneaky with the smoke bombs and...
Wow. Well, thinking back to all those gaming moments and even into the current gaming moments, is there anything that you just is just a solid memory of when you were gaming in the past that you can never forget? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Solid memory. No.
Okay.
It's just, you gotta remember I drink a lot, so I barely remember what I did yesterday.
Oh, so there's a 2-second delay.
Much less
Got it.
a game that I played.
Hey, when Nips was on, it was a 5-second delay, so I'll take the 2-second delay. I'm good.
I don't know if there's just like one gaming moment that you can remember forever. I feel like it's gotta be something to do with Fable. Because Fable was the first real game I played on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played Tenchu and Pokemon and Mario and all that when I was little, but I wasn't like a gamer. Obviously, it's a hobby. I was a casual gamer. And then when I was around 18, I got an Xbox and I played Fable. And that's when it really went downhill. Same with Skyrim. I say downhill, but what I really mean is uphill. I just started playing a lot.
I mean, I think we can all think back to games we've just put a ton of hours in. I mean, there was a game on PlayStation 2 called Dynasty Warriors Tactics. It was Dynasty Warriors, but it wasn't the hack and slash Dynasty Warriors. It was an actual strategy, one move at a time, like chess. And I love playing chess. So, my son and I remember we played half our vacation in the camper playing that game. It was so much fun. So many good memories there. But things like that, you just never forget. And, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what are you playing these days?
I still play, Destiny's my main game. Right. It has been since day one, D1. It always is. But there's these lulls in Destiny where I kind of drop off. I'm like, okay, you're on the back burner now. I'm done with you. So what I've been playing in the interim is Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone.
Nice.
Have you played?
How's that been going?
Yeah.
It's good. I do play in Elmer Fudd's tournaments.
I was just going to ask you that. Nice.
Either with my own team or subbing on somebody else's team. I gotta say, tournament playing is a lot different than just normally playing, going for wins or having fun. But either way, I really, really like Warzone. It is fun.
Now let me ask you this. Do you find yourself more focused when you're doing tournaments, or more stressed, or do you?
I am definitely more stressed.
Okay.
When we're just playing for fun, we just drop and like, oh, let's do a scav, and you take your time. You're like, oh, here's people. Or when you're in a tournament, it's like, we have to land on a bounty. We got to find people. Where's the people? This is taking too long. Find a car. And everybody's just on edge. Like, where is everybody?
You think it's maybe because everyone's watching everybody play, or it's just the fact that you got to get those points?
I think it's because people want to win. It's competitive.
Yeah, I got you.
People want to win. So they're like, we need to get as many kills as we can. So you're not paying attention to everything. It's like, drop, get your load out, get kills, go.
And it's 2 hours long, right? So it probably goes by so fast.
Almost too quickly.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Almost too quickly.
One of these days, I'm gonna join in and play one of those, but I don't have enough practice yet. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, Hazel. I do love... Dude, I'm an old Call of Duty guy. I just have to get motivated to play it, and those tournaments look fun. Every time I'm watching them, I'm like, I gotta find some guys and jump in there and do that. But
well, there is a lull right now in Destiny.
There's always something to do in Destiny. Well,
okay,
some of us...
You're a casual Destiny player. That's why you say that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
So casual.
I don't have a ton of triumphs like someone I know, but I'm just not... I get scatterbrained when it comes to Destiny. I can't focus on one major...
What are you doing? Like what?
I'll jump on.
Like, I don't know what to do.
First, no. I have a routine. First thing I do is it's all about those damn enhancement cores. So first thing I do is grab gun bounties, and then I grab the either EDZ or one of the other planets bounties, and I do my gun bounties and I complete the planetary bounties at the same time. And then from there, I decide what I'm going to do. Usually I'm jumping on playing some Crucible with Warcry, or every now and then I'll run some strikes, but I'm not a big strike fan. They just bore me.
You do planetary bounties?
Yeah. I got to get those materials.
What? Like you go to the EDZ and you see fucking Devrim and you're like, hey, what's up? What can you give me?
Well, no. I'm more sophisticated, Lana. I get them from my phone now.
That's not better. Still planetary bounties.
I don't talk to Devrim.
Why?
I don't know. It's just that maybe I got a little bit of OCD. I don't know, but I feel I have to do something while I'm getting those gun bounties done, and I'm just trying to get as many as I can.
You ever play with Hippo?
No, I've heard a lot about Hippo, but I haven't played with him. He's on Xbox, right?
Remind me. He's on PC.
Oh, okay.
He's on Xbox and PC, primarily PC. But he has this thing. Him and I have been playing a lot recently. And so every week on Tuesday, we go get our data pad from the Presage mission, and then I'm done. Like I've done what I needed to do for the week. I'm not touching Destiny again. I have no reason to.
Right.
I'm max light. I have everything max, so I'm just like, oh, I'm done now with this. And he's like, what are you talking about? There's so much to do. We could do bounties. I'm like, for what?
I like this guy.
He's like, for Glimmer and just to do. And I'm like, yeah, but for what though? Like, why are we doing this?
This is the question Hazel poses every week to me. He's like, why? Why, man? Why would you go do that? I'm like, because it can. And it keeps me,
because you can.
It's just busy work. It's something I hop on in the mornings.
I also put a nail through my testicle, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to.
Yeah, but it's much more pleasant to do the planetary bounties than what you mentioned.
Is it really, though?
It is. They're so easy to do. I mean, come on. Get 25 solar kills. I mean, come on. How fast is that?
Yeah, but why?
Because I have to get my gun.
What did you get? Like, what did you get from it?
Well, you get 10 of the material of the planet, and that adds up, by the way. And you get some Glimmer, and then you get XP, which I don't need because I'm at like 340 on my season pass. And then, but more importantly, I'm getting my gun bounties done for those enhancement cores at the same time. So it's a win-win.
You and Hippo should play together because you two could go gallivanting into the sunset doing bounties all day.
I'm the guy.
Like Guardian games came out and it was like, it was strikes. It was strikes for the day. That's how you get your laurels.
Right.
So Hippo picks up a Crucible contender card. So you gotta get Void and Stasis kills in Crucible games. I'm like, why did you pick that up? And he's like, oh, just to do it. I'm like, yeah, but what do you get? And he's like, no, you just gotta do it. I'm like, yeah, but it's not even for a triumph.
It sounds like
you're literally like, why did you pick up this Crucible card when it strikes? And he's like, no, it's fine. He's like, you get one too. So I got one too.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent 2 games in Crucible. I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking thing.
Did you get your heir apparent catalyst yet?
Oh yeah, immediately. That's the thing. Anytime something new comes in Destiny or it's a new season or whatever, I grind it right off the bat.
Wow.
That's why near the end of the season, like probably for last month, like the good last month of a season, I've done everything.
Okay.
The only reason I'm still logging into Destiny is for that data pad.
Right.
That's in the Presage because it only releases once a week. Other than that, I'm done.
What do you get what do you get with a data pad?
What do you think? Guess.
A weapon or something?
Triumph.
It's a Triumph.
Oh, that's right.
You gotta open up all the secret compartments.
Oh, okay.
It's a Triumph. I don't even know what the score is, but I need to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Now, of all the Triumphs, what is there, like 18 Triumphs total or something out there now? Not Triumphs. I'm sorry. Titles. How many titles do you have out of all of them that are available?
The only ones I don't have is Conqueror, which is the Grandmaster Nightfalls.
Yeah,
I need 6 more Grandmasters.
Oof.
Whatever it's called for Garden of Salvation raid, Enlightened, I think it is.
Yeah, that's it.
So you got to do an all void run, do all the challenges that, and that might be it.
Wow. See, Hazel, calling me a hardcore player. Mm-hmm.
Well, you are a hardcore player because you spend so much time just doing random shite.
I'm the guy in Destiny 1 that's just wandering around the patrol zones.
You're the blueberry.
Just soaking it up, just going, man,
You're the blueberry.
He still goes up to Devrim and touches his face like, I miss you.
What are you sniping, Devrim? What are you shooting? I haven't seen you kill anything yet, but what are you sniping?
I haven't seen him shoot shit.
Yeah, he sticks his gun out there like he's going to shoot something and then just rears back like, no, not today.
And how does a drag not make it up there to him?
I don't know. It's so funny.
But they're all around.
It's like one of those Disney animatronic characters when you're in Small World or whatever, and you're like, all it does is leer forward and just leer back. It doesn't really do anything, you know? What am I supposed to get from this? So, anyway, got off on a tangent there. Sorry, Hazel. What else we got for Lana here to catch up?
Besides our mock intervention for Gatr.
I'm sorry, I forgot, Hazel. I'm sorry, Lana. Happy birthday!
Oh yeah. Thank you.
It was your birthday this week.
Very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How'd you spend it?
At work. I was at work from 7 a.m. to 3:15, came home, had a fat nap again. And then my mom came over, and for my birthday, she still got 2 gifts.
That's awesome.
I'm 29. And my mom still gets me presents.
That's a great mom.
So she's got 2 she's still holding on to, but she came over on Tuesday because one of them was a big bag of meat.
Ooh.
And she needed to bring it sooner than later. So she came by, we visited, had my bag of meat. And then later that night, a girlfriend came over after work. I was in bed, and she's like, "Are you still up?" I'm like, "No, I'm in bed." She said, "No, you have to wake up." So I got up at 11 p.m. just for my girlfriend to come over, and we had some drinks. And she brought me flowers.
That's so cool.
It's very sweet.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
well,
awesome.
good deal. Good deal. I'm sorry, Hazel. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just wanted to follow up with that and find out, how it was. All right. So you mentioned back in the intro about South Africa. Have you noticed any differences besides the heat, I guess, between there and Canada?
Danger.
Canada's fucking dangerous, yes.
Canada is so dangerous. You can't walk down the street without somebody apologizing to you 15 times. Like, you get in their way and they're saying sorry to you. It's really frustrating. But no, South Africa's, it's very scary. That's why we left. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, I know we asked you about your past gaming. My fault. I forgot to ask you, how did you run into this game called Destiny? I know we talked about you doing all the triumphs and stuff, but what was the first thing that caught your eye or got you into trying this game?
Some of my IRL friends, we used to play Halo. And then one of them was like, "There's a new game coming out called Destiny. I think we'd all really like it." And I was like, "Oh, whatever. You guys are getting it. I'll get it. I'll try it." So I got it. And that's how it started.
Rest was history. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure we got that Destiny question in.
Yeah. Were you this much into, Grimoire score and stuff like that in D1 or not?
No, in D1, I was not that hard into it at all. In D1, it was primarily like a social thing for me. Like, I just got on when my IRL friends were on, when random people were on, we do like fun raids, and raids in D1 were really goofy. Like, everybody would be drunk or you'd do whatever and you didn't really care if you got the clear. I didn't care what my light was, or my power was, or my gear or anything like that. In D2, I feel like it's a lot more serious. Like, it's really evolved into everybody complaining, taking it super serious. You meet a raid group and they just want the clear, and you fuck up once, you're out. It's just different in D2. D1 was more loosey-goosey.
Yeah. It does feel that way,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
For me, D1 was really loosey-goosey. It was really just like a social thing, playing with friends, fucking around, doing whatever. You didn't care as much. Now it's like, all right, the new season's out. You got to grind your light. You got to be raid ready. You got to do all this. You got to be ready for trials. You got to get the clears. Just really,
I get that.
Yeah. A lot of, expectation.
Yeah.
Okay. We've kind of caught up with you now, and let's get into some more specific questions here. What is about you and Cheese Whiz? Is this a Canada thing or is this a Lana thing?
What is it about me and Cheese Whiz?
I could have sworn someone said you put Cheese Whiz on your pancakes.
I did. I did.
What?
That was
Yes.
a question. That's a question from the...
I know, but it just came to me. Well, we'll give him credit. I know who it is. It was Admiral Nips.
I don't know who it could be. Anybody. I posted
Admiral
that
Nip.
on Twitter.
It wasn't Admiral Nips, but he did comment about it. But we'll give him credit.
When I was like 14 or something, I went to my friend's house and her mom was making pancakes. And my friend started putting butter and cheese whiz on her pancakes, and I was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Oh, shit.
This is not okay. Like, where's the syrup and stuff? And she's like, no, try it. I'm like, you're fucking weird. So I tried it, and it was delicious. It was so good. So now I put cheese whiz on my pancakes. I'm not obsessed with cheese whiz. Like, I don't just put cheese whiz on everything.
Right.
It's not Frank's Red Hot sauce.
Okay.
And I'm talking actual cheese whiz, like Kraft cheese whiz, the spread.
No generics.
Yeah, like I was talking to Mark about it. I'm trying to convince Marky Mark to try it since he hated on it so bad. And he's like, yeah, I'll try it. He thought I was talking about like a foam cheese that comes out of a spray can. I don't even know what that is. We don't have that here. Okay? We don't have foam cheese in a can. It's not that. It is Kraft spread cheese whiz. Try it. Try it before you judge it. Very good.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it is Cheese Whiz, or it's like spreadable cheese?
It's Cheese Whiz. It's a spread. It comes in a glass jar. Kraft is the brand. You know Kraft, like Kraft single slices.
Oh, it's not like the mousse. It's not like the mousse. Yeah, okay.
That's what Marky Mark thought. He thought it was some kind of foamy mousse shit. I don't fucking have that here in Alberta.
Well,
we don't have cheese in a can.
When you say cheese whiz, I'm thinking of the stuff that's like a mousse can. It just comes out in like a gel.
Yes, that's what he thought too. No, it is like a thick, cheesy spread in a glass jar by the brand Kraft.
Wow, okay. I'll have to try it. I'll have to try that. Okay. All right. Put that to rest.
Yep. Did you try that on waffles? Because that is actually another question if we're going to go ahead and dip into those.
I have not tried that on waffles. However, I would. Okay. Should the opportunity arise. I like pancakes more than waffles.
Nice. All right. And, okay, getting back to the questions here. So, I like this randomly, anonymous question right here. How competitive are you?
I wonder who wrote that.
Who's that from?
I wonder who wrote that.
Who's that from?
Gatr.
It's in the show notes.
You think I looked at the show notes?
I know. Oh, well. Foolish me. Yeah.
How competitive am I? I am more competitive than I should be for my skill level, if that makes sense.
I like that answer.
That's a good one.
I'm as competitive as I would be if I had a 2.0 KD, but I have a 0.5 KD.
Oh.
But I act like I have a 2.0 KD.
I like it.
Especially in the raid when Hippo's around.
I have a feeling Hippo gets a little bit of your turmoil. I sense
Hippo gets shit from everybody.
Okay.
Mostly me.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm just curious. Is it candy bars or is it chocolate bars?
Chocolate bars.
We actually made a speedrun question out of that.
If there's chocolate in it, why would it be a candy bar?
But what if it's like...
It's not candy.
What if it's like a Butterfingers that has chocolate over it and then like a hard, like, peanut brittle?
That's a chocolate bar.
Okay. I can't think of any other examples.
You disagree? You disagree?
I've always called them candy bars. Maybe it's an American thing.
What do you think candy is?
Well, no, I got hard, I eat candy.
Like you're gonna go get a bag of candy.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of candy do you get?
Oh, it could be anything. It could be M&M's probably.
So is candy just like a blanket term for all things sweet to you people?
No. I have a feeling she's had this argument before because she's locked and loaded. I
have, and I'm riled up about it.
I feel like a sniper red dot is on my head somewhere. I'm trying to itch it off.
I've had this before.
Okay.
It is a chocolate bar. It's not a candy.
But M&M's is chocolate. It's just chocolate with a candy shell. Technically.
Did you hear that episode?
No, I just came up with it.
Okay, I've had this before, or this argument before on Potato Thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked something about candy bar versus chocolate, and I said it's chocolate bar. And then I was trying to prove my point, but I was so drunk that I said something like, candies are like gummy bears. You bite into it and you break your tooth or something like that.
God.
And Rob's like, how do you break your tooth on a gummy bear? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's candy.
Oh, damn. Sorry I brought it up.
I just want to go on record and say that I think Lana may have just converted me into chocolate bar versus candy bar.
To me, candy is gummy bears, Swedish berries, candy, like those little rockets, those rocket things. You know, you get them from Halloween, and the clear plastic, and they're like little blood cell looking things, and they're different colors. Rockets. That's candy.
Fuck are you talking about?
You talking about the soda bottles where you tore
No.
the wax bottles?
Rockets. It's a candy.
Rockets? Never heard of it.
Okay, Americans.
My God, do I have to don my damn producer hat again?
But like Mars bars, Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Those are chocolate bars. Those
Okay.
are chocolate bars.
Okay. Someone would say there's a cookie center, but okay. Why did I bring that question up? What else we got, Hazel? What do you think? You want to do some signature questions here? Or do we have some more? Hell, I'll ask this because I wrote the damn question. What is it that drives you to complete all the triumphs? Is there a completionist mentality that you have, or is it just to be rank 1? You know, when you're ranking against everyone else trying to get triumphs and titles, or is it something else?
No, it's the completionist thing.
Okay.
So when I was little, I would just play games because they were fun and you just do them. When I got an Xbox, like I said, Fable, Skyrim, whatever, I found out what achievements were.
Gamer score.
So I saw those achievements, and then Skyrim was like, collect all the Dragon Priest masks. I'm like, okay, that's a challenge. You know, I'll accept that challenge. So then I went on a mission to collect all of them, and then that like popped up like achievement unlocked. I'm like, okay, I love this.
You like that
I've
dopamine
accomplished
hit.
something. I completed it, and then I just started going for all of them. Every game I played, I went for all of the achievements. And then Destiny came about, D1, got all the achievements, D2, got all the achievements, and then they released Triumphs. I was like, okay, Triumphs are basically in-game achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get them all.
Forsaken was such a great expansion.
It's a completionist thing for me.
Okay.
And some of them are like hard. How can you not look at that tab and
I know.
think, I want to go for all of this?
It just
You know what I mean?
It just shouts at you like, why haven't you completed?
Yeah,
it yet?
like instead of hanging out with Devrim in the EDZ doing fuck all bounties, why don't you go for triumphs?
Well,
it's another thing to go for.
Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you why I don't have all these triumphs, because I'll look at this triumph and it'll say, in a fire team, complete the raid with all arc weapons. I'm like, well, okay, first of all, it's the middle of the daytime. Everyone's at work. I don't have a fire team right now, and I'll be damned if I'm going to go LFG this and say, hey guys, can you all make sure you have an arc subclass on, please? They're going to go tell me to go F myself. So
who would tell you to F yourself?
Yeah, what kind of people are you playing with that would do that? Also, I have the same problem. All of the tribes I have left are in a fire team or some kind of raid thing.
right.
Where people just don't want to do it, and the raid is so old. Like GOS, that title,
Mhm.
I'm probably not going to get it because it's nobody cares about it. And the things I have left to do are like challenges that are actually hard. Like
Yeah.
in D2, GOS challenges are the hardest.
You might want to talk to Kingsley. That boy, I say boy, that man loves to raid. Every time I turn around, he's like, hey, anybody want to raid? I'm like, man,
Do they want to raid a GOS stasis class only?
He's
Doubt
down.
it.
He'll do it. He's down.
Yep.
And
Okay, then I'm into that.
he'll usually wrangle some of his guys in his clan to do it too. I mean, he's got a great bunch of guys over there that love raiding. And the problem is, I'm looking at. I haven't gotten all my Guardian Games triumphs done yet, so I'm working on those. Because I can do those individually. But it's just hard to break off and spend the night raiding when there's so much to complete still. But
That is not an answer.
How do you do planetary bounties?
That's a
if
weak-
You don't do your contender cards for Guardian games.
That's a weak answer. I realize now that I listen to it in my head back. It is a weak. That is a pretty weak answer. But that's my thought process. I'm like, I get a little scatterbrained sometimes. I'll go, well, yeah, I'd love to do a DSC tonight, but I got to get
You
this.
don't have an hour and a half to dedicate to it?
I don't know, man.
But he can do bounties for an hour and a half.
And then I still got a lot of challenges I got to do for DSC. I don't know. I see that in a fire team and I just go, nope. What's next? It's just
You
hard.
can do that. You have people and LFG.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many LFG things out there, and people are always going for those kinds of things.
Yep. I mean, I've seen LFG raids out there, and they're like, hey, we're doing this, and have 6, whatever class and all that good stuff.
Going for this challenge or something? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I love that 100.io bot that we use on the 3 Discords, because it lets everybody know. Yeah, it lets everybody know,
Yeah, that's what you should do, man. Just throw that shit out there.
Yeah, why are you not using that?
Okay.
And go like, hey,
Maybe
6, stasis whatevers.
Well, it's funny. We did the Charlemagne bot in our Discord, went to our Destiny Stats channel, and it said, I think Mo put it up. He goes, I titles or I rank titles or something, and I'm out of the top 10 now. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Sin is in 10th. So I said, Sin, I'm coming after you, buddy. I'm going to start grinding out some tribes.
Got another one, actually, after you said that.
Did he really? Oh, my God. Well, I'm almost got my chosen title, so I just have to do one little thing, and I'll have my chosen title done. But you know what? It's just, there's just so much to do if you want to be a completionist. And Lana, I give you all the credit, because it takes a lot of work to get a lot of that stuff done. And I just, either I'm just lazy, old, set in my ways, or it's just I see that fire team word and I'm like, how am I going to coax 5 other people to join me and do this?
You're making it sound like all of the triumphs are fire team related.
No, but a lot
and like 80% of them are not.
If you look at, for instance, if you looked at the triumphs I've completed, I think I was at 108,000. I think on triumph score. I know I'm a lame-o. But a lot of them, if you see that I haven't completed, are raid-based ones. Raid-based triumphs, a lot of Dreaming City, a lot of Last Wish stuff. I've only run Last Wish like 4 times maybe. And then now that it's an old raid, it's just difficult to get that.
Yeah, people aren't doing it. Yeah, I know.
So I've kind of missed the boat on a lot of those. So now, like I said, I'm gonna pay more attention now, especially now that I know Sin's beat me. I mean, come on, man. Sin, I mean, come on. I can see Kingsley beat me, but Sin, I mean, I don't know. Shots fired, right?
Yeah, that's a great, great team building experience right there.
Wait, I have a question though. So, Hazel.
Yeah.
You're being awfully quiet about this triumph thing. What's your triumph score? What do you do?
I want to hear it.
My triumph score is probably like 30 or 40,000 below yours.
Okay, so why is it so low?
I just don't care about triumphs.
Do you not? How much do you play Destiny a week?
Up until this season, it was a pretty fair amount. I mean, I'd get on, I would raid a lot, and do that kind of thing. And I never touched bounties.
So you're an extreme casual.
Yes.
Sort of, yeah.
He's what Kingsley would call a pleb.
Did you get 100 in the battle pass? Battle pass. Season pass?
Not this year, no. Not this season anyway. At least not yet.
Wow.
You didn't?
Wow.
No.
Dude, you barely play.
I'm like up to, I think, 91 or something like that.
I've got guys in Potato Thumbs that never play Destiny, but they raid every single Friday night. And they got 100 in the season pass just from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it. It's just, honestly.
You don't want to.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, well, I just don't really feel like playing right now. For me, there's just no reason to. I mean, I don't give a shit about Guardian games, and I'm not going to be in Crucible. I mean, the only thing I could do would be raid, which isn't a bad thought. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I'd much rather do something else, I guess.
Hey, Lana.
We've got 3. Yeah.
I'm looking for a new host. Are you interested?
Yes, I would be a great host. But we also we have 3 very different Destiny styled players here.
Yes, we do.
We've got me, the Triumph goer, the hardcore, whatever. Then Gatr, that's like an in-between fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm pulled in all
Does
different
some
directions.
shit, okay? And then Hazel, who's just like barely even in it. Like this is the Destiny community right here. Everything that you see on Twitter where everybody's always fighting like, don't do this and don't do this. And you're so stupid, Bungie. Why did you do that?
Yeah, you're right.
This is us. This is the community. Just a bunch of people like us.
And in
different play styles.
No. I mean, I will say this. I will say that Bungie made me this way.
How did Bungie make you this way?
Because
what did they do to you?
If they would have spaced out the seasonal content better, I would have been all about it.
He wants more story, in other words.
Well, no, I just wanted more story to be spaced out, But when they gave it to us all in the first 8 weeks, I'm like, okay, well, I really don't have a reason to, to log back in at the moment.
But Destiny isn't that kind of game anymore, though. And I don't think it ever was. That's why Grimoire was there. You couldn't get the story in D1 all the way through without earning Grimoire and reading it. And it's still like that. You won't get the story unless you read it.
For the most part, yeah. But they are making those steps. And, I mean, the story this season was pretty damn cool.
Well, remember, too, they had to front load this season because they knew we were going to end on. They knew we were going to end on Guardian games, and they wanted people focused on that and not distracted with an ending season story or something. I kind of just wrote off this season because of Guardian games.
What kind of shit is that? They're going to end it on Guardian games?
Oh, that's
fucking what?
I hate to tell you,
motherfucker said that.
I hate to tell you,
guys. You know what? We got to end this. We got to end this shit early so we can get into the Guardian games.
Well, they did improve it.
I want to meet that guy.
It's different.
And I want to thank him so much.
They did that with every season. Every season since pretty much not Forsaken, Shadowkeep has been like, there's a story right off the get-go. You're into it for 4 weeks, and then it fizzles down because you're tired of it. Like, do you guys remember when it was the season of the time warping shit? When you were with Osiris and whatever, and you went to that maze and you did all this time stuff, and every season's basically been the same. There's always this activity that you grind. This season, it's the Proving Grounds, whatever, Battleground strikes.
Right.
You grind that at beginning, and then it's done. Next season, we're going to grind something at beginning, and it's done. And it's just going to keep.
Well, the reason they have to do that is because of Hazel's out there who are a little slow getting it done. So they have to give them a few. They have to give you a few extra weeks to finish the stuff that you're supposed to do, like mid-season.
I don't care. I mean, that's
the thing. The Hazels out there don't care. You can give them all the time in the world; they're not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what was Ada's thing? Black Armory.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Black Armory was around forever. That wasn't a seasonal thing. That was forever.
I love the Forges.
People had all of the time in the world to go do all the stuff in the Forges to get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was that bow? There was like a really specific thing.
Yeah, it was one of the only kinetic bows. Oh, the Monarch. The Monarch. Yeah.
Yes. Like, you had all the time in the world to get all these things from the Forges, and people are like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care enough to grind this. So just you can't win. You can't win.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, though, is I grinded that because I wanted that bow. So I mean, I don't know. To me, it's about the chase, and there's like nothing to chase right now besides Triumph score and that.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I mean,
No, it's gotten a lot easier, and part of that, and I know this is one of the questions, so I'm kind of gonna address it now. But exotics are a lot easier to get now. I mean, you got your master lost sectors, you got your legendary lost sectors, you're going to get something, you keep farming it, boom, exotic. You got all your different quests like Harbinger, Passage, you're going to get a different role, guaranteed exotic, easy.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just easier to get these things that you used to chase for.
Yeah. Well, have you noticed that it seems to me like Bungie doesn't give a shit about exotics too much anymore, and that the real exotics are the legendaries?
Yes.
That's true.
Do you remember Recluse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Recluse first came out, that was a grind. Not Forgotten. Luna's, that was a grind. Like, those were things that everybody wanted. You're like, I gotta get this. I haven't felt that in a very long time.
Well, yeah, they took away those types of weapons. They took away what do they call them? The ritual weapons?
Palindrome seems to be like the new kind of thing in Nightfalls that people are farming for the different roles, but I don't use hand cannons, so I have no interest in it.
I was just going to tell you that. If you don't like hand cannons, then I'm not going to grind for it. Now, I do want that pulse rifle that's dropping. I've only gotten one of all the strikes and
which one? What are you talking about?
It's called the Third Axiom. It just reminds me of reminds me of the Destiny 1 pulse rifle. The Prometheus lens. Not Prometheus lens. What's Prometheus lens? No.
I feel like it's not Prometheus.
No, it's not.
Prometheus lens is fusion.
Now I gotta
trace rifle.
Now I gotta look it up. It was the Hopscotch Pilgrim. It looks just like a Hopscotch Pilgrim, but it doesn't act the same. It's not the same because the sandbox doesn't favor adaptive pulse rifles right now. But I still want the damn thing for some reason because I love pulse rifles. But anyway,
then grind it. Still, something to go for.
I know it's something to keep me busy, but I still haven't done all my Guardian games triumphs. So anyway, let's
I got that done in like a week.
I tell you what, let's do this, Hazel. Let's ask one signature question each because we've asked her all these before, and then let's wrap it up and move on to our next segment.
Wrap it up.
No, go to our next segment.
She's like,
I'm like, I'm sweating my tits off here. I need to go cool down.
All right, got her all fired up, Hazel. Thanks.
What did I do?
You're asking her about
planetary bounties and shit. She acted like she didn't even know that those things still existed. You said it.
All right.
All right. So, all right. Let's go with this. Do you have a motto or mantra that you live by, or a couple of them?
It is what it is.
I like that one.
And it's not a hill to die on.
Yeah. In other words, lighten up.
Some people just get super mad, and it's like, is this a hill to die on? Is this that important when you think about it? No, probably not.
Every time I hear that phrase, I think of Nips.
Yeah.
What? Who? Why?
That's like one of his phrases.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh my god! That's why him and I are so in sync.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I played Crucible with him in scrims when you guys had that PvP league, and I don't think he's seen me the same way ever again. I get a little cranky in Crucible.
Oh, no.
I've gotten better. But I used to be really bad. Yeah. But,
used to be.
Yeah, used to be.
You know what you should do? Like, unrelated, though?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you put together your own little clan, community, PvP, skirmish tournament thing?
We ought to do that. I've been thinking about that.
Like PTP did.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
It would be less sweaty and less serious and less competitive, but you just like, hey, anybody interested? And everybody just like 2v2 or do Rumble or whatever. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, and
it'd be a nice way for everybody in the community to get to know each other.
That's a great idea. And scrims are fun. I mean, it doesn't count, or you don't have to worry about your stats getting hurt or anything. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Exactly.
I like that. That's a good idea, Lana. All right, I'm going to wrap up with my favorite question of the night. And that is this. What is one thing about you that our community may not know about you?
Okay, I saw that question, and it's got to be like nothing. I don't know. I'm an open book. Anything you want to know, I'll tell you. You
don't have any quirks or anything that...
For anybody out there, you probably don't know a lot about me, but I'll tell you. I don't know. What do you want to... I sleep naked.
Okay.
I like cheese whiz on pancakes. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot you probably don't know about me. But if you ask, I'll tell.
Well, that's why I'm asking. What's one thing? I guess you already mentioned.
So many.
You already mentioned it, I guess. All right, that's fine.
There's just so many.
Well, let's do this. Let's let Lana take a small break here, because I got her all hot and bothered. And then we'll get on to...
yeah, I am sweating. Last time I was on, you wouldn't let me turn on my fan.
Okay.
Because when I drink, I get really hot. And like the window in my living room, like I have a huge window in my living room and the sun just like beats in it all day. So it's really hot in here.
Okay. We're not the
And I tried to turn on my fan last time I was on, and you don't like the noise it was making. So now this is your fault. Okay.
What am I, the podcast? Please?
I need to go cool down.
Okay. All right. We're going to do, when she comes back, we're going to do the speed run right after this.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, listeners, this segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of 250 randomly asked questions, and Lana here is going to have 90 seconds this time around to answer as many as she can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, guess what the most answered will win a prize and title of 2021 Speedrun Champion. The questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly what comes to mind. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from the list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. Star TN is our current leader at the moment at 39. So you ready, Lana?
Fuck no.
You let me know when you're ready, and we'll get started.
Okay. No.
You can do it. We got faith.
Okay.
We got faith.
I'm going to be honest. The only reason I agreed to be on your show was for this segment.
Okay.
I live for this.
I love it.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
She just wants to beat Fluffy.
I just wish that I didn't drink so much. Yeah. No. What's Fluffy's score?
He hasn't done it yet for this year.
What did he get last year?
Last year he got 25, but that was with 60 seconds, and he's actually the He's actually the
I gotta sit up.
He's a co-champion. Him and Xanafin 711 won last year. They both had 25.
Oh my god!
So,
oh my god! Okay.
Yeah. They got
I'm not ready. Okay,
I'm not
ready.
They got 2 muscle shirts coming to them this summer with the Speedrun Champion logo on it. So, all right, You ready? Hazel, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Hunter.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Stasis.
Who should be the next Hunter Vanguard?
Crow.
Is white chocolate actually chocolate?
Yes.
Is chili soup?
No.
Should there be freelance solo strikes?
No.
What armor slot do you use as an exotic?
Head. Bormhusk.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Human, awoken, or exo?
Exo.
What's the best sandwich?
Grilled cheese.
Candy bars or chocolate bars?
Chocolate bars.
Grenades or melees?
Grenades.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Europa.
Spock or Data?
Spock.
Name one thing you would change about yourself.
Hair.
Playing cards or board games?
Board games.
Favorite superhero?
No! Captain America.
Taken King or Forsaken?
Forsaken.
Do you know how to change a tire?
No.
Pop-Tarts or toaster strudel?
Pop-Tarts.
What number am I thinking of?
2.
Resolution or frames?
Frames.
Are beers seasonal?
No.
Plain or peanut M&Ms?
Plain.
Favorite armor shader color?
Red and black.
Which has better rocks, Moon, Mars, or Mercury?
Moon.
Have you been to the lighthouse?
Yes.
Last Wish or Leviathan?
Last Wish.
What weapon slot do you use as an exotic?
Heavy.
Time.
I think I heard the timer. So close. So close.
That is not 90 seconds.
That was not, believe me.
There's no way.
Hazel.
I actually think about the questions. You know what a good strategy would be is just to say whatever the last thing you said was, like whatever the last option was, just do it.
Let's just say that is a good strategy, but let's just say we frown on it. We'd rather have your honest answer. I mean, I
tried. I actually thought about the questions.
I know. That's why it's a good, genuine, good quality score.
That was not 90 seconds.
That was.
I challenge it.
Oh, God, what is it about the females who play this game? Star Team was the same way. All right,
I
Hazel.
just think they're more competitive than the men.
They are very competitive. Boy, a lot more competitive than I thought. Hazel, how'd she do?
31?
I don't want to know. Okay, that's all right. I mean, I want to know. Yeah, that's good.
That's a solid score.
I need Fluffy to get on.
Hey, you already scored more than Fluffy did.
You're already ahead of Fluffy, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He will put up a fight, though. I'll just let you know. When he finally comes on later in the year, he'll bring it. He's a defending champion, so. Well, hey, good job. Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you. That's fun. I like that.
That's why we love doing it. It really, I mean, yeah, okay, it's competitive and everyone's having fun, tongue in cheek, kind of a fun contest, but I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the favorite superhero thing really threw me off.
I have to throw open-ended questions in there.
That is so open-ended, so open-ended.
I know.
You know how many there are?
I know.
Mine's not Captain America, but it just came to mind.
That's what you got to do, though. You got to answer whatever comes to mind. Whatever you envision as your favorite superhero, you just got to blurt it out.
It's Iron Man.
Okay. For the record. There we go.
But I also get 10 points for being inebriated. So really, I had 41. So I'm winning. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Hazel, we'll have to work that out.
Yeah, I think you agreed to that, not me.
No, you're the qual. No.
No.
You're. Hazel's the quality control expert. I have to defer to him. So we'll talk about it after the show. How about that?
And we'll laugh about it.
Consolation prize.
There we go. Hey, listeners, I got a question for you guys out there. Do you have a great speedrun question? If that's a yes, join our Discord, enter them in our Speedrun Question Ideas channel. Yes, we're doing this again this year. We'll add them to next year's speedrun. Just remember they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions will also be accepted. And at the end of the year, we're having a drawing, 2 drawings actually, for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions into our drawing. You can put in 5 basic questions in our Speedrun Questions Ideas channel. So good luck. All right. I think that means...
How much money did you say? What did you say?
Two $25 gift cards.
USD?
USD. Yes.
Oh, man.
Believe me. Believe me, that cost me when Ian BitDead won because the pound is much stronger than the dollar. And it was a lot more than $25. Let's just leave it at that. But hey, that was the arrangement, so I paid it. Anyway. Hazel. I think that means it's time for This Week at Bungie. All right. Season of the Chosen, week 14. What do we got for This Week at Bungie, Hazel?
All right. So, with the beloved TWAB. So, for anybody who's apparently, I guess, a pleb like myself that needs some last-minute notes about shit going on in Destiny, they are notifying us that the seasonal challenge is coming up and to be on guard because, that shit's going away. And when it goes away, you're going to miss out on a pretty sweet emblem, which I'm going to miss out on because I'm a pleb, apparently. So, there's that. Then, after that, they talk about something going on called the Vault of Glass. And
never heard of it.
Yeah. So, this thing is coming back from D1, and it's going to go live on May 22nd at 10 a.m. PDT. So, I am thinking about proposing something here, and I'm thinking that why don't we do like a Xbox versus PS4 thing? And then we could even include, the Guardian Hub in there and that.
What are you proposing?
Basically, I'll be on Xbox because it's the superior system.
And I will be on the PS5 because it is the superior
system. I'll be on PC.
There we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
And then we get Kingsley, and we all try to bust this out and see who can do it first. And then, so that's just part 1 of this, though. Now, I'm thinking that we just do it just for the raid race first, or just for that. But there is a legit raid race step here where basically it is to get the belt or jacket and that kind of thing. What they're going to do is you have to basically complete a triumph, which is called Tempo's Edge, which nobody knows what it is yet because it doesn't unlock until you're actually done.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Oracles. It's probably going to be about the oracles.
I don't know.
Really? I could see that.
I'm sure the oracles are going to be involved. So.
Well, it's probably, watch it just be like one general one where it's like, do everything.
I don't know. Further along, it says something that kind of gives you a hint, but I don't know.
No spoilers?
No. It just says to enforce the triumph requirements in the challenge mode. Your team will wipe if you fail the success conditions during each encounter. So I'm guessing that's tying to the triumph.
Yeah. So basically, So with that, your team will wipe if you fail the success conditions during each encounter.
Right.
So that means that there's going to be a different thing for each encounter.
Mm-hmm.
A challenge, or
I'm guessing there's a part of that triumph for each phase of the strike.
Yeah, it's raid. Probably going to be, destroy all of the, the oracles, and it's going to be, don't let any sacrifice or whatever they were from D1.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought. That's what I said it was originally.
Could be.
I don't know. So,
do you guys remember VOG?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in there a couple weeks ago.
Took me 30 clears to get my my Vex Mythoclast, and then when I finally got it, I nerfed it. Thanks.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
RNG.
Yeah, Lana. I was in there a couple weeks ago with Kingsley and a couple other people in D1. We were doing VOG and I think Kingsfall, VOG, and Wrath.
Okay, if Kingsley is listening to this, when do I get to play with you? Where you at?
He's a raid
what
monster.
You doing?
He's on PC. He's on all of them.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Kingsley.
Yeah.
Kingsley. Where you at?
He'll probably just say, just message me in the Discord.
Okay.
He's all about it.
What's your Steam ID? Actually, I might already be friends with him, but either way, Kingsley, little shit. I want to play with you.
Lana, do you want to do a D1 raid?
I do, but not VOG. I want to be on his team. I want to play with him. I want to get to know the guy.
He's really good.
But if I was going to do a D1 raid, it would be King's Fall or Wrath of the Machine.
I love Wrath. Him and Sin.
You know that part where you go pick up the parts and there's like a bridge, but you could fall down that clusterfuck?
And everybody's dead,
and you're
carrying the last part and it's almost time's up.
When that first came out, it's just like, and you're like trying to dodge shit, but you drop down and you can't jump.
It's a great encounter.
Carrying like an engine.
Yeah. And he looks so awkward carrying his big engine block. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Am I drunk?
And just for the record, that shit still happened when we ran it. It still got that close.
Wow.
And the TVs, you know, the TVs where you have to and then you have to get into a room and like look at the TV and oh my god, dude, I really want to do that again.
Remember all the challenge modes? Yep. Yeah, it was fun.
God, I really want to go back and spend more time in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And King's Fall was a hoot.
Oh,
I love King's Fall.
Probably the one raid in Destiny 1 I rated the most was King's Fall.
Me too. The dick wall, and when you separate into the two sides, you get like change players out, and they go into the middle, and there's like knights that spawn up top, and it was so good. And like the constant thrall when you're going through the lamps.
You could thank Luke Smith.
I love that.
That was one of Luke Smith's.
I miss that.
That's one of Luke Smith's raids. Yep, he was part of that team back in the day.
Isn't that Crota with the lamps? Yeah, that was Crota.
That's Crota.
Yes, it is Crota.
Crota's in, yeah.
But it's all Hive to me. It's all Hive to me.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to this.
We'll have to draw up some rules and see if anybody wants to do this.
Oh, I'm sure we could get.
I'm sure I can drum up some PS5 guys, PS4 guys.
Yeah,
and get like a PvP thing going too. I think that would really fun.
We'll look into that.
Yeah.
I will. Seriously, I will.
Yeah, because you said the magic words of PvP. But yeah.
You had me at PvP.
Get all the scrubs, you know? Not everybody's a 2.0. We'd probably have fun together. I think I'm a 2.0, but, you know, that's just me.
I'm guessing you probably play real aggressive.
Depends who I'm playing with, but...
True. Cool.
All right.
Food for thought.
Yeah. So be on the lookout. We'll be throwing something out in the Discord about this. Probably next week. Or, well, this week, I guess, when we drop this. So, okay. Oh, and by the way, the power cap with contest mode is 1300. So I just want to give our guest and Gatr the finger and let them know that I'm already 1300 on all 3 characters.
Ooh.
So I'm already raid ready. So you guys
Are we all?
I think
Exactly.
everybody's at 1300.
The power cap right now without the artifact is what?
1310.
1310?
1310.
Okay. Congratulations, Hazel! You made it to where everybody else is.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't need to.
Everybody's
carry
1310. So
Well,
what
no.
you're saying is next season.
Everybody is 1300. Not everybody is 1310. Well, most people
Well,
are
it's 1310. Miker is 1310.
Well, but you've also done the pinnacles. So 1300 is the soft cap. The pinnacle cap is 1310.
Yeah, with contest mode, they're saying 1300 is what you're going to go in at.
Yeah. So no matter what you do.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's really low.
Yeah,
Everybody's going to be there.
That's what I said.
Everybody's going to be there. Everybody's going to be ready.
Good.
All my armor is 1310. So what you're saying is I can be raid ready without having to do shit the first 3 weeks when it comes out on May 22nd.
Pretty much.
20.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
I'm drunk. What's the word? What's 22?
22?
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Maybe that's the name of the episode. The 22nd.
I don't know. 2-2s. We'll all be ready. Except for you plebs.
I already have another title in mind. It's not Podcast Police.
There's so many titles!
There is.
Yep. All right. So, after that, they are talking about some sandbox changes. And this got me really, really excited. So, with it, they do a little bit of a deep dive about like the purpose of certain weapons. So this was pretty cool to hear. Like heavy weapons, they have a purpose of basically like, you know, burning a boss down.
I want to interject.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, I skimmed over the TWAB. I never read the TWAB, dude. I just load up the game and do whatever.
Yeah.
But I skimmed over the TWAB for the purpose of being on the show tonight. And it specifically breaks down what each heavy weapon is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But we already know that. We already know that these heavy weapons are supposed to do that. It talks about like machine guns being really good for ad clear. It talks about rockets being really good for they use
damage and ad
yes,
clear.
yes, that was the term, burst damage, and then fusions, heavy fusions. They felt like were being neglected because they're only useful when it's precision. So you have to have a boss that has crit damage, which isn't a lot, especially like unless you're using divinity. You know, heavy fusion rifles aren't going to be good. So I read that, but like I feel like that's already things that people know. So what did they actually sandbox?
Well, I think they were.
Everybody already knows that rockets do that kind of damage. Machine guns are really good for ad clear. Fusions are only meant to be for precision.
Yeah, I think what they were.
What did they actually say?
I think they were. The reason they said that, I think, was they were setting up their argument to why they were doing what they were doing. Does that sound right, Hazel?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I don't even know the last time I've used a linear fusion. I mean, you know, I'm going to use a rocket. I'm going to use Xenophage. I'm going to use, you know, the Lament, or
The
something
big
like
boys.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I'm going to do DPS, I'm not fucking around. I'm, with some linear fusion, piss on that. So, I mean, with all that being said, basically, they've made some changes to that. And then they made some changes to some things. Linear fusions being one of those. Now, they also talk about balance, too. So they have, like, big swings where basically they do, like, big changes, like, 120 hand cannon buff and beyond light. And then they do incremental changes where, like little things, like, like for example, 450 auto rifles are getting increased per bullet from 17 to 18 precision damage. And they did that just to bring it more in line with the other
That's
auto
just
rifles.
PvP, though.
I think it's
Right?
across the board.
No, that's across the board.
And that adds up.
Okay.
It adds up because, 450s are putting out a lot of rounds.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm hoping that there's what the hell is a 450 anyway?
450s are precision rifles. It's,
Yeah, give us an example.
okay. The Braytech Werewolf.
Seventh Seraph.
That's a 450 weapon.
Nobody uses that.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, but the thing is, though, is that's the reason why they do a change like this.
Yep.
So that way people will use it.
I think it's always going to be hand cannons, snipers, shotguns, autos, but not those kinds of autos. It's going to be gnawing hunger.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things.
The 600s. Yeah.
The horror story is one.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And also the, what about the 7th Seraph weapon?
Yeah,
the 7th Seraph carbine, yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Sorry, I'm looking over the rifles here. And what about the one that was the meta for so long that they're now putting out new versions of it that aren't Sunset? You remember what it's called? It's Arc. It's an Arc. It was the meta back in the day when the auto rifle meta came out originally. 450s owned and they ruled.
Uriel's Gift.
That's it. Uriel's Gift.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That's gonna be a lot stronger this next season. So that's what I immediately thought of when they said 450s. We'll have to see.
Interesting. We'll have to see. I'm rooting for this because I'm an auto rifle guy. I like those. And then they talk about linear fusions. So with this, they increase the precision damage by 15%. And then they increase the reserve ammo by 20%. Just so they could get this some love. Now, your boy Hazel did some research. Basically, that means he went to Reddit to see what Reddit thought about this. And, of course, Reddit's like, 15%. It's not good enough. Things like that. Well, some soul out there, God bless him, or her, they took this and actually put it on basically the sleeper simulant. And if this gets the 15% buff, it actually does more damage than the xenophage. Yeah, just think about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about when you say the sleeper simulant. I'm thinking about being in the bubble, doing vault of glass and killing myself with the ricochet rounds, playing it in Destiny 1.
Well, there's always that, yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
But let's just face it, though. I mean, I think even with this 15% buff and 20% reserve ammo, I'm still not using.
Probably not.
The Tarantula, Corsair's Wrath.
There's only one time I use those rifles, and that's when there's a weapon bounty saying to get linear fusion rifle kills. I tell you what, though, I have to say this.
You know what I do when I have that bounty?
You throw it away?
I throw it away, and then I go like, how the fuck did I get a bounty? And then I just move on with my life.
I will say this. Warcry and I are starting to play more comp. Per Zen's advice, and there was a guy using that exotic linear fusion rifle that's a kinetic, and he was owning us with that damn rifle. And I'm trying to pull it up now to see what it's called. It is called the Arbalist.
Oh, well, that doesn't count.
That's a linear fusion rifle.
It is, but it's also exotic, and it's a primary, and it's also the meta even though it did get a nerf.
Oh, it was a meta that night. A guy was owning us with it. I was trying to snipe him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's not a good choice of options there. But yeah, so then, oh fuck, Arbalist, that could really do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm guessing this is more for the heavy slot. So,
okay, all right. I mean,
I'm thinking that Arbalist is still.
They just said linear fusions. I'm guessing that's including also the Queen's Breaker.
I forgot that was even a thing.
That's a linear. Or is that a fusion?
Like everybody else.
Damn it! I think it's a linear fusion rifle. Now I gotta look.
But
Queen's Breaker, bro.
There are so many like exotics that I just have forgotten about.
Well, yeah, it's because they're not relevant. They have no use compared to the other things that are out there.
Like, where the hell is the Queen Breaker?
I think I dismantled mine. I don't see it in my collection.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's a power weapon. So yeah, it's a linear fusion as well. Yeah.
See? I don't know. We'll have to see.
And that's a heavy, so that's even better.
Does it have to be heavy? Or is they talking about linear fusions?
My thought is that it's going to be a heavy there. Yeah. So like 1,000 Voices is a fusion for anybody
right. That's not
thinking outside of the box there.
Right.
Sleeper Simulant is a linear fusion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much everything.
I think Arbalist is still going to get that buff too. Well, we'll see.
Well, that'll be the thing that Bungie fucks up and goes, oops. And it'll be the meta for like a week or two.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So be on the lookout for that. Then, for some unknown reason, I'm guessing the person that said, "Hey, let's end the season early with story, so we can end it on a good note with Guardian games," is the same genius that thought of this idea, Gatr. So fusion rifles are basically getting an increased damage fall off start distance for fusion rifles. Yeah.
What'd I say when they were asking? I think the question went around, what would you want to see in the meta next season? And I said, we need to give Leprolium. We need to give it some love. It has a 500 recharge rate, but it has a very, very, it almost be shotgun range. It has to be very, very close. And they're giving us at least 2 meters. That could mean a lot. We'll see. I'm going to try it. You definitely damn well know I'm going to try it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. So, okay. All this being said, now here's the kind of like the highlights of everything else that's going to be happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, anybody who remembers at the beginning of this season, I was using the, what is it called now? The Extraordinary Rendition, the submachine gun.
Right.
I was using that, and I'm like, this feels so good since they like made that change to like screen shake and stuff like that. I was like, I'm dubbing it Season of the SMG. And I think I've been pretty right on that. This next season, I'm going to call it Season of the Perks, because basically subsistence no longer reduces reserve ammo. So to me, it makes it sound like they're pulling ammo out of the air and putting it into your gun after you get
I was just going to ask, because my favorite weapon is my Gnawing Hunger that has subsistence.
Yep.
So if it's not pulling from reserves, it's just
unlimited ammo.
It's just getting ammo.
Getting kills, yeah. Alpha
kills. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then submachine guns, because Bungie didn't like doing the math on it, they just said, fuck it, we're going to do it across the board, that they're going to give 17% to submachine guns instead of 10% for auto rifles. So, yeah, you get kills with submachine guns, you get 17% ammo back. Not too shabby.
Not bad.
And then high impact reserves and under pressure, they did a little fix to that where basically it actually works. Same with unrelenting. Now it actually works.
This is big.
Yeah, imagine that, putting in a perk that actually works. Sympathetic Arsenal now grants plus 20 to reload. In addition to a primary effect.
I know you're trying to get through them, but I got to go back. I have to mention this because I don't think people understand how big this is. Due to technical constraints on high impact reserves and under pressure, the trigger condition was, in other words, was on impact. The bonus basically doesn't take effect until you fire the weapon at least once. Now that's been removed. That means if you have in the Crucible a sniper rifle with high impact reserves, you're going to have that powerful bolt right off the bat because you only get 2 rounds. You see what I'm saying? You're getting less than half of a clip. So you're going to have right away, anybody who has high impact reserve sniper rifles, try them out next season. You don't have to fire one shot anymore. Now what they're saying is now it's going to trigger immediately if you meet that condition. That is huge for sniping. Just wanted to say that. I'm always thinking PvP, of course. I lose everybody? Okay.
No, I'm just rereading it, just trying to...
Yeah, it is a little confusing, but I got it. As soon as I read it, I understood it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see, but I don't know. I think they may make a change to that to where it is you have to fire 1 bullet. Then you would get one souped up 1 bullet.
Sniping's back, baby.
You don't even snipe.
Oh, of course I do. I love sniping.
Oh, that's right. You're in the back getting killed.
I'm the Omega player.
Yup.
What are you saying yup for? You'd have never gamed with me.
I'm sorry. I know you.
Okay.
No?
So.
I can tell.
Oh, God.
From your planetary bounties that you need some help in that department.
Okay. Fair enough.
This may be one of my favorite shows ever.
Oh my God!
All right.
Hey, she was knocking you down too. She was picking on you.
I'll take that. I'll take
Pleb.
it. I'll take it on the chin.
All right. Okay.
I'll take it on the chin.
I will too.
All right. So Dragonfly. I love how they said this here. It always bugged us that Dragonfly wouldn't proc on every enemy. You could finish with a precision hit. So now it works with heavy shanks and servitors and occurs even faster after the Season of the Chosen fix.
Good.
So, yeah, imagine this. I mean, to me, these all seem like quality of life fixes almost. So, all right, next is Hipfire Grip. Gatr will probably want to chime in on this, but they were careful not to overbuff this just because of shotgun people and, those bastards. So they did a couple of things. It's like they, how Bungie giveth and they taketh away. They just sort of made some like incremental tweaks to this, to Hipfire Grip, just to make sure that everything's okay there.
Right.
So, Gatr, anything to add on Hipfire Grip?
No, I really, other than the Dead Man's Tale, I don't really hipfire weapons. Maybe a shotgun, but I use shotguns like 1% of my gaming time. That's it. I'd rather snipe and pop heads. That's it.
Yeah, see, I love shotgunning on PC more than anything, though. So
okay,
all right. So Iron Grip, Iron Gaze, and Iron Reach reduce the secondary stat penalty from -40 to -30.
This is huge too. This is big. I'll explain later. Sorry, we'll keep moving.
No, you're good. What do you mean about that?
Well, I'll talk about it more with my weapon of April, but the penalties are so brutal on all of the Iron Banner special mods for weapons that a lot of people just opt not to use it. Like, for instance, the Iron. I'm trying to get to it where I can read those.
Grasp, Gaze, Iron.
Iron Gaze gives you a lot more. It gives you a ton of range, right? Which is great for a fast firing pulse like the Time War Inspire. But it brings it punishes you in stability, so it doesn't even matter if you can shoot people and your drop offs a little bit further out. If your gun's shaking all over the place, then it doesn't matter. It's just a useless perk. But Yeah, I mean, that was my 2 cents. We might actually feel that effect being better next season. I'll test it and see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Almost done. So, osmosis and elemental capacitor. They didn't have really time to do anything with this when stasis came out. So what they did now is osmosis will now change your weapon's ability to stasis.
That's cool.
Whatever the hell that means.
Well, if you're firing against a super that's using stasis, and who we don't see a lot of stasis supers.
I mean, I had visions of like, shooting somebody and getting them to freeze after like X number of bullets.
Right.
Or slowing them down after X number of bullets or something like that.
Right.
That was my hope. You can at me and say that that's a terrible idea and that's a horrible, you're a horrible person. And
no,
that, but
I will tell you this: osmosis. You don't realize how much, depending on your class of whatever energy class you're using, how much of a buff it gives your weapon, whether it's a stability or a handling or whatever. It almost maxes the stat out. It's that good.
Can I just tell you that I have actually every time I get osmosis or elemental capacitor, I delete them.
Elemental capacitor,
100%.
Elemental capacitor, I agree, because who cares? But osmosis, I'm telling you, if you get an osmosis weapon, try it out. Depending on what energy.
I delete though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No.
You, but
go ahead.
Like you get these perks, and you're like, I'm never gonna do that. Mine is slide shot.
Yeah.
I never slide. PvE, PvP. I don't slide.
Yeah.
The minute I see slide shot, gone. Field prep.
Oh,
That's when you're crouched.
Definitely.
I never crouch. Deleted. Gone. Dismantled.
Firmly planted good, but that other one, no.
Firmly planted.
Field prep. No, even field prepped. Gone. I don't crouch. I don't slide.
Yeah.
I'm literally a bot.
I agree. Field prep. Okay. I delete.
I'm a bot. So I'm not keeping those things that give me a perk for something I don't do. Right.
Right.
Makes sense. All right. Then here we are. Okay, so elemental capacitor with one note about that here is when you have a stasis subclass, it grants recoil direction and reduces aim down sight move speed penalty. So that sounds pretty tasty to me right there.
Which one was that?
Elemental capacitor.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll test it and see. This next one is big too.
Yes, this next one, I was excited for this one. All right, so no distractions. So with this, reduce the trigger time on no distractions, which basically reduces the amount of flinch from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. And increase the flinch reduction from 30% to 35%.
That is huge for sniping. Huge.
This is lovely.
I'm going to have a fun time sniping this next season.
Yep, from the back.
Well.
And then they talked about celerity and bottomless grief again. Mm-hmm. So, we already know about that. Celerity now grants plus 20 handling and 20 reload in addition to the triggered effect of being the last person standing and that good stuff.
Right.
Bottomless grief now always grants plus 30 to the magazine in addition to the triggered effect, which I have no idea what the hell bottomless grief is. Do either of you?
I don't have a weapon with bottomless grief. I've never seen that perk. Must be from Nightfalls, or maybe it's from
No, it's from Trials.
Oh, no, I don't play Trials. Celerity, yes. I know Celerity very well, but the other one, no. Bottomless grief.
So bottomless grief, when you are the last living member of your fire team, each takedown refills your magazine.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty nasty.
That's pretty good. Especially in threes.
Yeah. Well, getting that shit to proc, though, is good luck. All right. Then lastly, Thresh. Basically, they're just saying that, hey, we made Thresh available in PvP, which everybody knows.
Already, yep.
Yep. Okay. Lastly, we have mods. Adept mag, adept targeting. Reduced the secondary stat penalty from 20 to 15. And then fixed the adept mag so it actually works when applied to swords. All right. Adept counterbalance, increased recoil direction benefit.
It's good.
Yep. And then exotics, Mida. Basically, they've seen requests to get rid of Outlaw on there because I guess it doesn't work. Or
No, it's because the reload speed's already almost 100. It's the fastest reloading scout rifle out there. That's it.
Yeah.
So
what they did in their infinite wisdom was said, hey, what's something that we can give them? And they gave them no distractions.
That's going to be huge. Huge.
Yeah, you're gonna see the Mida everywhere. You're gonna see sniping everywhere.
But it's only if you have the catalyst. And Bungie, please, could you give me the catalyst? I've yet to get the catalyst for this weapon.
Which catalyst?
The Mida multi-tool. Do you have the
Can't
catalyst?
you only get that from comp?
Yeah. I played a lot of comp.
Yeah, I got it the very first time I came out. Like, you have to reach Legend and then play games after that for a chance at it to drop.
Excuse me, I gotta go kick something. Be right back.
You need to get to Legend first. Why are you asking Bungie to give it to you? Get to Legend and then play more. And
Legend?
Yes.
Because he plays Destiny.
How many?
He wants things to be
I'm sorry. How many?
You have to get to 5,500 and then play after that for a chance at it dropping.
That's right.
You can't just
I remember.
You can't just ask them.
I remember. You have to get Legend. I remember that part now. That's still.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed drop the game after that. So get to Legend.
Well, I just told something about myself. I've never gotten Legend. Probably because I haven't played comp heavy enough to get it there. But we're working on it.
Do you know how sweaty it is?
Oh, I know how sweaty it is. Believe me.
It's extreme. It's like as sweaty as I am right now.
That's where
I have my fan on.
That's where the trials players go when there's no trials to play. Believe me,
Exactly.
I know that. I know the playlist.
Exactly. But you need to get to 5,500 and then play after that.
Right. Now that I
have a chance of dropping.
Well, that's the reason why I really didn't push because
you're not going to get it another way. So
that's fine. But now that I know no distractions, it's got a worthwhile perk on it now. I'm going to go for it now. Definitely.
It was good even before that.
Outlaw, I mean, it already has like a 90 reload rate. Outlaw was a waste. I mean, it has like a 90 reload stat. Don't quote me on that, guys. I'm sure Burning Wing's going to fact check that, but no, I'm just saying it has a very fast reload. You don't need Outlaw on that gun. So I understand completely why they're going with no distractions. And now that they buffed no distractions to a 1 second trigger pull. I mean, my God. I mean, that's going to be great.
What is your glory at this season? Like, do you think you'll have time to get it this season?
I don't know.
The next month?
I'm at Fabled because I've only played just last week we decided to just start playing. So I'm at Fabled already, but I don't know. I've got a couple weeks, right? That would be, there we go.
Yeah, if there's any PvP people out there.
You have 11 days
right now.
Dexican.
11 days right now.
You have 11 days to carry Gatr to Legend.
Well, I don't know if I need a carry.
So, you hang out with Devrim.
Oh, man.
You might need a carry when you're doing planetary bounties. But next season seems really optimistic.
Okay.
This season, hanging out with Devrim when you should have been hanging out with Shax. I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah. Was Devrim teaching you how to snipe, Gatr?
He wasn't sniping too well.
Nothing. He wasn't sniping at literally. Did you get the rock?
I never heard him shoot it.
Scares everybody.
I never hear him pull the trigger. He just looks and goes,
That was my question.
That's going to be you in comp when you try to get Legend.
Oh, God.
All right. So real quick here.
Okay.
Hawkmoon, they increased the priority of the paracausal charge and paracausal shot buff text. So that way you know when the hell it prompts, because I have no idea. All right. So the future, real quick here. So with this, shotguns, They're looking into shotguns, basically. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're replacing the quick draw. We heard about that already, but
right.
They're just saying we're not done nerfing these yet.
Or tuning them. And they did state something really, really curious here that I do want to mention is that they said, however, we want more weapons to be viable on all maps. And they stated that the other thing here was that that map design is also a factor in, shotguns and that. So I think it'll be curious to see, the next map might just be, like a big wide open space. I don't know.
Oh, we'll see.
So, Dead Man's Tale, it's on their radar as well. So
enjoy it.
Yep, exactly. But it probably is going to be a later nerf, just so everyone's aware. So,
right.
And then fusion rifles, for some fucking unknown reason, they are still on the radar as well in regard to buffing these. They were like, we don't want to bump these too much too fast, so we will follow up if needed.
Okay. I can live with that. Hey, at least they acknowledged it, that fusions need a little love. That's all. Sure.
Yep. And meanwhile, Telesto breaks the game again. Speaking of broken shit's still broken. Movies, art. There you go.
There's the Hazel, I know. There it is.
Yep.
All right.
So, aside from all that, what do you guys think about this, Lana? Season of the Perks?
I mean, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see how much those perks actually matter in practice.
That's true.
I've already stated my opinion. Everybody knows my opinion on these perks, so.
What's that?
With all the perks we talked about. Sniping is going to be fun. Fusion rifles, faster firing ones are going to be maybe fun. We'll see. Overall, yeah, I like the direction they're heading, and I like that they're doing it in increments. They're not just making something fully broken. They're fine-tuning. And I think, other than 120s, which have way too much effing range, I mean, that's all you hear is pop, pop, pop. It's all you hear in Crucible. It's ridiculous. I wake up with nightmares and chills and sweats at night hearing that damn single 120 pop. Let us use some other weapons that are viable, So.
Yeah, I'll be sad to see the 120s leave, though.
I won't. Anyway.
I like them.
I mean, I use them from time to time, and they do have a lot of pop. I mean, they are effective, but just not what I don't use hand cannons. I just don't use pistols. I come from Battlefield and COD, where it's all about assault rifles.
Oh, speaking of that, Battlefield 5 is going to be the PlayStation Plus game of May.
That's good to know.
So
good to know. I might download that. Oh wait, I already own it.
Yeah. Oh wait. You're not going to play it anyway.
You're probably right. Because it's World War I, World War II, World War II. It's not futuristic, so pass. And it's like Star Wars Battlefront. There's no progression or depth. Pass. Hope EA's listening, because Battlefield, this is their shot. From what I heard, Call of Duty is not going to be ready in time this year. They're going to come out with maybe a remastered version of the original Modern Warfare 2. But if that's the case, EA, I mean, from what I hear, they're throwing everything at Battlefield 6. So my fingers are crossed, man. I'm rooting for them, especially DICE.
Like microtransactions and everything.
Well, we'll see. But I'm rooting for DICE because they have had a raw deal. They make really good games. They just need more help. It's a big game. If you ever play Battlefield, it's a huge game. There's a lot going on in that game.
Well, Vince Zampanilla's over DICE now, so
yeah, that was great news.
Boys.
What?
I said I wanted a break 12 minutes ago.
Oh, you're right.
I'm over here eating meat.
Okay.
My vodka, waiting to go for a break.
All right, Hazel.
Don't cut that out.
All right, I won't. Thanks for that. Anything else?
Thanks a lot, Gatr.
Anything else, Hazel, on the TWAB? We're good?
Yep, we're good.
Shit's broken. Movies, art. Moving on.
Exactly. Shit's broken.
No disrespect to our beautiful artists and content creators out there, but we got to take a break. So
exactly.
We got to take a break. And I got questions for you guys when we come back.
Okay.
I mean, what? Okay, I'm coming back.
Oh, shit. Okay, we'll be right back.
Hey Guardians, would you like to send us a question for the show? Well, there's 4 ways to do it.
Number 1, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, by the way, and you can just lurk or hang out or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also tweet out almost every week about our upcoming show, guest, and you can respond there with your questions at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, that's all one word. And we'll play it on the show for you guys.
SpeakPipe is honestly my favorite thing. But anyway, thank you for all you guys do, and toddles.
And later, Guardian. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. This is where we get our questions from our community. We have so many of them to go through tonight. And Hazel, why don't you take a dip in the basket there and find one for maybe Lana?
Okay, well, we can already cross off a couple of these, actually.
Well, let's make sure we give them credit for asking.
Yeah. So, the one that we've already asked was from Admiral Nips and Golden God about what do you put on your waffles, and Nips so elegantly advised him about, hey, ask her what she puts on pancakes for a real treat.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, been there, done that, Cheese Whiz.
Yep. Which isn't really Cheese Whiz, but yeah. So let's go with this. So we'll hit on Golden God's other question here. It is question for the show. What is the weirdest thing you have seen?
What is that in context to?
Just an open question.
The weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I've watched a guy for like 10 minutes outside walking down the street holding his dick out. He was probably high.
That would qualify.
He was probably high. He looked like he was having a good time.
I hope so.
And then another time I was at work and I went outside and the exit door is right by the emergency department. And a woman came up and asked me for something, and she pulled out a meth pipe and a bunch of meth and a tinfoil clusterfuck, along with hoodies and panties. And
what?
I've seen a lot of weird things.
Bet you have. Wow.
Yeah, working at a hospital, you see a lot of weird things. I don't know if there's like a number 1, but I've seen some things.
Okay. Those are pretty damn good. Try to follow that up. Which I guess I will have to. I was actually in traffic one time in Florida. You could put this under Florida, man. There was a young kid on a crotch rocket. He was on a Ninja or a quick, really fast bike, and he was flying through the intersection and couldn't stop in time. Ran into a car that was sideswiped a car that was coming across because he basically ran the light because it was a blur to him. Flipped up in the air off his bike, lost his shoes in the process, landed on his feet, turned around and acted like nothing was wrong and walked around, obviously in shock. But just walked around like he was looking for a penny or something. The weirdest shit ever.
Resilient.
That was, yeah.
Say the least.
That was a weird thing I've seen. How about you, Hazel?
Yeah, I really didn't. I didn't want to pick this one because my answer to this is beyond amazing or weird, I guess. So I worked at a place and it was like an office and people were like, hey, just, going in and out, everything like that. Well, the CEO of the company was standing like in the bathroom, like looking in a toilet. And I'm like, okay, can I get by or not? And he's like, no, you have to see this. I was like, do I really have to see this? And he called another guy over who was walking into the bathroom too. And he's like, no, you all have to see this. Apparently, somebody did a number 2 in the toilet and didn't use any toilet paper. And the CEO was so just distraught by this that he called us all in to look at this.
What?
So you all had to look around a toilet and stare at somebody's shit with nobody's toilet paper. So did you all like Power Rangers it and just like turn into one team and piss on it at the same time to disintegrate it, or
What the hell?
what happened? You just all looked at it and you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of
And walked
weird.
away, or,
Yeah, it was just kind of weird. I mean, I
like come check out the stranger's poop.
Oh my god.
pretty much, yeah, you know. And then like he kept like walking around trying to find out who it was that didn't wipe their ass.
Really? Okay.
I don't understand.
I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of people not wiping their butt. But maybe he felt like it was a ghost wipe and didn't want to waste the toilet paper. I don't know.
He just knew it just slid.
Yeah,
out
it's just like, man,
that.
that's a clean one. I don't need to touch it. I'm good. I'll move around.
Okay, but this is actually a really good segue into one of my questions for you guys.
What?
You heard me? This is a really good segue.
Okay, I heard you. I heard you.
What?
I heard you. That's
What?
okay. All right.
Do you wipe
Of course.
standing up
Oh,
or sitting down?
always standing up.
And
Always standing
do
up.
you go front to back or back to front? What do? Men, let us know.
Well, since I already halfway answered it, I do it standing up, and it's always... Man, you made me think about it now.
You're thinking about it. Yeah, you're reenacting. You're like, okay, so get up.
No, it's front to back.
So you're standing up. Do you kind of like pop
No.
your ass out? Like, are you arching?
No,
Or...
I don't have to. No, it's
Fire. Yes, you are. You are 100% arching. You're
It's-
popping it out.
it's maybe a few degrees, but it's front to back. That's the way you should always wipe.
Front to back.
Even
Okay,
female
okay.
or male, front to back.
Standing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Hazel?
Sitting front to back.
Really?
Sitting? How do you get it open enough? Wait, I'm sorry.
we just opened a whole new chapter on Hazel's life
You're
here.
sitting, and you're just like, it's open enough. We're wide, and you just go in.
Yeah,
What if you don't get it all? How do you know? How many times do you wipe? Do you fold it or do you crumple it? Do you fold it or do you crumple it?
an
And
animal.
how many times do you do a fold?
A little bit of both for me, I guess.
A crumple? Really?
Yeah, kind of fold and then scrunch.
What?
Yeah,
A
you need.
fold and a crunch.
Yeah, you need like a little handle. You know, you want to make sure you don't get any on your hands. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So we got two different types of people here.
Two different ways of wiping their butt.
Yeah. Huh.
Sitting. Did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either.
Me neither. Yeah.
I'm looking at
Other
Hazel with
men
a whole
who
new
are
set of
listening.
eyes now.
I may have to
Are you
expand.
sitting when you do it? Let us know.
Huh. I didn't even know standing up was a thing.
Yep. Show.
Everybody stands.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta fucking spread and fucking push. Spread and pop. Pop, lock it and drop it. You gotta pop it out.
Have to
You can't
twerk
do
in the
that sitting.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you want to get it all.
Huh. I may have to Google this and what.
Well, while we're on the subject of secret questions, I have a secret question here. And it's from a guy named Jay. You might know him.
Gee.
What do you think is the most talented member of BTS, and why is it Jungkook?
Oh my god, I was gonna say it's Jungkook.
He knows you
I
all.
was gonna say it's Jungkook.
He knows you all
He's
too
the
well.
most- No, none of you know K-pop, but Jungkook in BTS, the most best K-pop group.
Actually,
Jay, you know he's the best because he's the best dancer. He's always in the front. He's the lead vocalist. He can speak the most English besides RM. Have you seen his face? So fucking hot.
they all.
Jungkook.
Well, I mean,
Jungkook
come on.
is the best, okay? RM just speaks English. He's the leader, whatever. He's there. Okay, Jimin, he's a little quirky. I don't like him. Jin, I don't even know why he's in there. Everybody else, it's Jungkook. Jungkook is the best
You don't think we don't?
K-pop member ever.
You don't think we don't know who BTS is? I mean, I was just telling my wife. I said, all of these kids, and I call them kids because they're barely adults. I said they're all like picture perfect. They're all like picture perfect face. I mean, they can't be any more perfect looking. All of them are, I think.
It's a Korean thing. It's because they don't eat shit.
It must be.
They're not eating McDonald's and cheese and preservatives and garbage. They're eating rice and
No.
like real things and stuff.
Do I like their music? No.
Jay, that's because you. Okay, I will convert you. I will convert you.
Mm-hmm.
Jay never knew what K-pop was until he met me,
Really?
and then I introduced him to BTS, and then I sent him some educational videos about K-pop in Korea and the culture, and how much it brings to their community and their government. And then I introduced him to Blackpink, which he is now hardcore into.
Yes.
You might notice that he posts it every Wednesdays, Blackpink.
Yeah, my daughter listens to Blackpink. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with K-pop. It's a cultural thing.
No.
It's really just... Have you seen them dance?
Oh,
Have
of
you
course.
seen
They're spot on.
them dance? It's insane.
I didn't say they were bad. I just said I just don't like their music. I'm not a boy band kind of.
Well, you need to... It's not a boy band, bitch. This isn't Backstreet Boys anything.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. I'm going to reserve my comments.
I'll convert you. I'll send you
Okay.
some DDM videos and
All right.
your turn.
Okay. Well, I got a second question from Jay here. He goes, why didn't Thanos just snap his fingers and double all the resources in the universe instead of killing half of all life?
His whole thing is it's too populated. If he doubled the resources, that would be great. But I don't think that's the power of the stones.
I think he even said that in the movie, so...
Like, there's the time stone, there's the soul stone, all of that. None of those stones gives you the power to actually bring things back.
Right.
Well, that's not really true, because didn't Tony do that?
They can bring life back, yeah, but, like, resources, what's he gonna do? Go to every planet he's ever been to that he destroyed and bring it back?
Well, no, because it already did. I mean, he already did that. I mean, Tony was able to do that just from... just from the one snap on Earth, though.
Double the resources to sustain a population that there's too many people of?
Well, no, he brought everybody back, and I mean, across everywhere.
He did bring them back, but Thanos' whole thing was there was too many people.
That was his reasoning.
I'm saying,
happily.
I don't know why. I mean, I would say
Movie magic. It is what it is. Okay, go with the plot. It's not a hill to die on.
That is true.
It's space magic. I mean, come on. And he has one more. This was a good one. He goes, would you rather A, live in Canada but the only video game you can ever play is Destiny 2, or B, live in the US but you can play any game you want?
Live in the US.
Yeah. I mean, Destiny's good.
Canada's not all it's cracked out to be. You know what I mean? You know how many taxes we pay for our free healthcare?
I was in Quebec City.
When I go to the doctor once a year.
Mm.
It's not everything it's cracked out to be. Canada's not as great as we and everybody else thinks it is. You know who's great? Sweden.
Oh, Yeah.
That's who we need to look at. New Zealand.
Shout out to our Swedish listeners.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding.
Canada's not that great.
We have them. They're out there. Cool. I agree. I mean, I vacationed up in Quebec City, and I thought it was in Paris. Everyone talked French. It was French. And there was like what you paid for something, you had to add like 25% to it. It was that much tax. It was a lot of tax. You had a regional tax, and then you had a national tax. And I was like, wow. And I'm bitching about, 6.5% sales tax in Florida. I'm good.
Yeah, no, we get taxed a lot here. Free healthcare, I don't know what else, but
Someone's got to.
Seems to be the majority.
Everybody's paying in. So, I mean, I actually, not to get political, but I actually think it's a great idea to get rid of income tax and just have a sales tax, because that way everybody pays. No loopholes. I mean, I'm in business for myself. I have loopholes that I can get away with, but if everyone paid a straight service tax or sales tax and get rid of the IRS, I'd be perfectly happy with that.
There's just so many countries out there that are doing free college.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody that goes to college or university, they don't pay anything. But their economy is just thriving.
It's just a backwards
thriving.
system.
You can have like a nice house with free college and free healthcare with I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they're doing it right and we're doing it wrong. Like Canada, I'm paying for other people to go see the doctor for free, basically.
Right.
I never go to the doctor. I never go to the emergency. But if I were to have a baby in the US, how much is that? Thousands of dollars? If I were to have in Canada, yeah, it would be free, but I've been paying since I was like 14 in taxes of everybody's free healthcare to, fucking fuck about and get heart disease from eating cheeseburgers. That's not, I don't know.
Okay. Well, Hazel, let's see. Is it my turn? No,
it's my turn.
Your turn. Your turn.
Ask you questions.
Right.
Yeah. So, not Arf proved Warlocks cheated has a question. He says, question for the show. Keeping with the toilet theme. I write this while I sat on the toilet at work. So my question is, what multitasking thing can you do?
While I'm pooping?
Well, he does say this. Quick fact, if you spend 10 minutes a day pooping at work, by the end of the year, you have been paid 40 hours for taking a dump. Interesting.
I feel like there's this theory that men take forever to poop. Like, you guys are in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
That's our screen time. It's our screen time.
I mean, I go poop and I'm on TikTok, but I'm only in there for like 30 seconds. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm thinking about...
Taking so long.
I'm thinking about all these dads that are bombarded and don't have probably much quiet time at home, especially if they have young kids, Hazel be included here. And anytime they have quiet time where they can actually play a video game on their phone or check Twitter or anything, that's a good place to do it.
That's when they do it, on the toilet. Okay.
I guess. I mean, that's my
reasoning.
reasoning.
So the next time one of you interacts with one of my tweets, I'll think of you on the toilet.
Okay. Probably a good call.
That's probably a safe call. Yeah, safe bet. I have one here from Amityville. It's one of our newer members in our Discord. Welcome. Question for the show. With Vogue coming back and perhaps the Vex Mytha class, would you want it to be an exotic drop for just the raid? Or would you be happy with they just put it in the season pass?
Just for the raid. It's not a free handout. You gotta earn some shit. Especially that which is prestigious.
I like it.
You could just have exotics the seasonal pass. All you can do is do PvP and do the same raid over and over and you'll get it. No. That's specific to Vogue and you gotta earn it. You need to do Vogue to get it.
Yeah, this will probably be like Eyes of Tomorrow. It'll probably be something you cumulatively get a better chance of getting the more you play it.
Yep.
Better.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
That's what
it should be.
Not this random crap where you have to do it 30 times and you still don't have it yet.
Yeah. We got 3 different players in here.
Yeah.
We should all have the same kind of shot at getting it.
Agreed.
Yep.
Well, on that same idea, he does have a follow-up question. He goes, do you think exotics are too common in Destiny 2? In Destiny 1, when you saw that yellow engram or that yellow pop-up after a raid, it was exciting. But in Destiny 2, it just seems like it's just another thing, nothing too special. Should they make exotics more exclusive?
Yep. I get exotics at least twice every time I play. I hear the song like the bing, and you're like, oh, that's an exotic, and you go get it, and it's like a Gemini Gestures, and you're like, yeah, I have 5 of those. Delete. It's really not exciting. And most of the time, those ground drops, when they just come from a random encounter, the stats are garbage. It's like 60 and below. They're not good. Xur? Remember Xur? Remember when Xur would come around? You'd be so excited, like, Xur's here on Friday. I gotta go see what he has. I gotta get what he has. I gotta turn in my shit. I haven't spoken to Xur in 2 years. I don't care what he's selling. The stats are garbage.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Okay. Okay, your turn, Hazel.
All right. Go. Okay, let's see here.
I was trying to get the ones we haven't pinned, but I figured if we get some of the older ones, we'll be able to pin those others.
Yeah. So I like this one.
Okay.
How do you like your eggs?
That's the one you like? I like this one. I really like this question. How do you like your eggs?
I don't know. I lost track like halfway through, and I was like, I lost.
I really like this one. How do you like your eggs? I like my eggs super well done.
Like burnt?
Pretty much. My favorite is scrambled. I'll do fried, but it's gotta be dead. Like that yolk.
It's an egg.
That yolk cannot even be remotely wet. It's gonna be hard. But my favorite is scrambled eggs. Really buttery, super cooked with some chopped tomatoes in there, and some cheddar cheese, and then some seasoning salt on top is my favorite.
That's good.
But my eggs have to be dead. I don't do runny yolks. I don't do sunny side up. That freaks me out.
For me, I actually like eggs all kinds of ways, but my main way is I use egg whites in the morning, from your carton. And I'll throw some red onions in there. I'll throw some, like you said, cheddar cheese, perfect with eggs. Gotta let them congeal first a little bit, and then you put it on kind of later. Garlic salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of regular salt. Yeah, I mean, even a couple spinach leaves in there.
Yes, spinach,
It's
garlic,
good.
yes, eggs, good.
It's good. Yeah.
I don't like that you use the word congeal, but that's okay.
But if I'm having grits, I will have eggs over easy, break them open, stir them all up, get the eggs and the egg whites together, and then get your grits, mix them in with the grits, and then get your toast and scoop it all up and take a bite. Don't knock it.
You do that on toast. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Don't knock it till you try it.
White toast.
No.
Texas style. No?
No, I'm a whole wheat guy.
Oh, okay. Get out. Okay, Hazel, what's your answer?
My answer is scrambled. And it's basically like the way that Gordon Ramsay makes them. So it's...
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, I know exactly how he makes them.
So basically, for those unaware...
Say no more.
Basically, you just you put the eggs in with the butter, and you stir them up, and you take them off the heat every 30 seconds. And you add a little bit of creme fraiche, something like that, or sour cream, and they're done. Basically, from there, salt, little pepper.
Buttery eggs are actually very good.
I have one here from Not Arf, because he mentioned this last week, and I believe he talked about it in and 2 Titans and 100 this week, but I promised him I'd ask it. He goes, question for the show. What do you think now it's come out that Zavala is cheating in the Guardian games? I guess there's a lore piece that says that where he's cheating and it's rigged or fixed. You guys agree with this?
Well, it's obviously not working.
It's not working, but also I could see it because he's a little bitch.
Yeah. I mean,
Zavala's a little bitch.
I don't know what to think about Guardian games this year. Hazel has a theory, and
No, I don't. I just had a disturbing theory, or I've read some things that have been disturbing to me.
We're not going to mention it because we'll see how it turns out, and we'll see if Hazel was right or his source was right. But
well, no, you can mention it. But
sure,
I mean,
go ahead.
I read in a Discord somewhere that they're going to give it the old, what is it? The
participation.
The participation trophy award. So it's going to be the hey, Warlocks win it this week, Titans win it this week, and then Hunters win it the third week. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I hope to God that's not the case.
It's Hunters all the way.
I hope that's not the case.
Well,
because
Hunters definitely land first week. They killed it. Second week is a little more mixed. This week it's a little more mixed. The actual Warlocks.
This is because they have that advantage, right? For being behind, they get that advantage.
I want to think that they've already run simulations and they know how it's going to turn out. And there is a new emote for this season called Participation Trophy.
Yep. And it's not going to be Hunters that are getting it because the Hunters will 100% win.
Okay.
Unless Bungie's fiddling with something and they're doing something, but it should be Hunters. We've all seen it. You go into any activity, it's mostly Hunters. That's people's mains. It's Hunters.
All right. Let's keep rolling here, Hazel. What we got?
All right. Have you ever seen a sheep rodeo by Rye 211990?
What the fuck is that?
I'm confused.
Please tell me that grown adults aren't riding sheep around a ring. Unless it's like a contest to see who could shave a sheep the fastest. I don't know if I want to know what that is.
I have no idea. I've never heard or seen one of these.
I have never been to a sheep rodeo, fella. But you should send us a video or a picture of what that is, because I've got a lot going through my mind right now, trying to picture it.
Okay. I'm trying to get some of these that have been in here a while.
Gatr, have you been to a sheep rodeo?
No, I mentioned I don't know what this is. I've never seen it or never heard of it.
I'm picturing men riding sheep, and it's not looking good.
I'm thinking a shearing, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe like a shear off.
Maybe.
Could be.
It might be an event. It might be in one of the events. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Hazel, you asked this one a while ago, and I'm going to go and ask it. It's which is more cringeworthy? My daughter saying to me that the background singers in Bohemian Rhapsody are guys sitting in the backseat of a car, or my daughter asking how do people get mandarin oranges, and my wife says they buy them from the store. I'll go to our guest here first.
I don't know if I even comprehended what you just said.
Well, I think in the
mandarin oranges from a store and something about
guys.
What was it?
Well, I think they're referring to the
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, yeah, where they sing it in the car. In the
my daughter had
AMC
no idea about Queen or anything like that. Her first introduction.
Oh no, they're not going to have any idea.
Yeah. And then my daughter was asking basically like, how do people make or how do people like grow mandarin oranges? And my wife said, oh, they buy them from a store.
Yep. They buy them from a store. That's how they do it.
I would Because I'm a dad, I would say it's the first. I would say it's all they know Queen from is Wayne's World.
Yeah. That made me cringe, too.
Mm.
Both made me cringe, but yeah.
Where do mandarin oranges come from, though?
They grow them. Florida.
Who grows them? Florida grows them?
Probably California, too.
On a tree?
Yeah. Citrus trees. California and Florida.
I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. I was testing you guys to see if you do.
Did I pass?
You passed. Good job. Yep.
Good deal.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's your turn, Hazel.
Oh, okay.
It's been Hazel's turn this whole time.
No, I just
the last.
no. I just asked that question. We try to keep track of the turns. Could be.
Okay.
We just have so many questions. I just want to make sure we give everyone a shot here.
Exactly. Where did that one go?
I cleaned this up in post, by the way.
I'm so glad.
All the extra.
No, this is great.
All the extra.
Keep all of this.
We're not potato thumbs.
Fluffy doesn't even try to edit. It's like whatever happened, post.
Yeah, he does.
Done. Keep that in there. I want him to hear.
Okay.
Watch him hear it.
Question from Keeper of Lore. Question for the show. What is more important in a raid? A smart team or strong firepower?
A smart team.
I'd have to agree.
I mean, that's like the mechanics
That's
versus that last question we got last week. Yeah. That was from
Unless you're doing Goss. I mean, Garden of Salvation, that final boss encounter takes a lot. You know, people are building platforms, they're going in, they're getting moats, they're coming in, they're banking them. You gotta kill the people that are shielded, bring down the shields, kill the people that are not shielded, kill the Cyclops. There's a lot happening in that final boss of Goss. And firepower actually matters there because you need that rally perk, you need the well. I guess it depends on the raid.
Yeah.
Depends on the raid.
Okay.
Goss is the hardest in D2, and I feel like maybe that's the one time that firepower would matter the most at the boss fight.
Well, I will turn it to you, Lana. You see a question there you want to ask?
On your pizza.
Who's this from?
Okay. This is from me.
Oh, okay.
These are just my questions.
Oh, okay.
So, say you got a pizza and there was a hair on it. Okay. You don't know what kind of hair it is. Is it a pube? Is it a head hair? It's really small. Would you rather eat that pizza with that hair on it? Or would you rather eat a sandwich that has saliva in it?
Hazel?
Pube pizza or saliva sandwich? Which one?
Thanks for starting on me. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Is this where we're glad we don't have video?
He's really thinking about it. I mean, you could have like a really nice marinara pube or like just a slight bitter saliva ham sandwich.
Do I know the person? Like
no, you ordered it. You got it from Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats. You don't know.
I'm going with the saliva.
I'm doing the opposite.
Really?
I'm doing the opposite. I'm going the pube. I figure the pube's one and done.
I'll take the pube.
One and done. Close my eyes. Don't think about it. Swallow
saliva?
it. Liquids bother me.
You're gonna have that wet saliva sandwich.
What else is on the pizza? I mean, they could have teabagged it.
I'm still going pizza. Toppings can drown out a lot of taste.
I mean, I'm just thinking that they licked it. I mean,
they could have done anything. You don't know what that hair is.
Well, I mean, it could be. They could have teabagged your pizza. They could have. drug their nuts all over it.
I'm so glad I'm not the one
maybe that
backpedaling.
saliva's actually cum. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we picked wrong.
Some mystery liquid. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. As soon as you said the first one, I was already decided.
It was a no-brainer for you?
It was a no-brainer. I mean, because whatever would be worse than a single pube on a pizza.
Okay, so Gatr will take the pube.
I mean, if
I'll take the pube.
If it's between that and any kind of liquid,
saliva,
no, I'm good. Yeah.
Next question. Okay. Not as bad.
Thankfully.
Would you rather flip a coin at a chance for $1 million or take a guaranteed $100,000?
Yeah,
so you can walk away with $100,000 right now, or you could flip a coin at $1 million.
I see this in game shows all the time.
What would you do?
I'm a gambler. I'd go for it.
Me too.
I mean, it's nice to know.
I'd take the shot.
Just because I'm a gambler. That's I always roll the dice when that situation comes up. Always been that way. I know what Hazel's going to say.
You're taking the $100K, aren't you?
He's the prudent one.
I would gamble
What a fucking pussy.
I would gamble it.
Nah, you take the $100K.
We know what his answer really was.
No, I would. I would gamble it, but my wife would probably divorce me shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I didn't.
Don't tell her that you have the opportunity.
I didn't mention that part, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife would be like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
This was on like TV. This was on TV on a game show, and they're like, "You can get 100,000 now, or you can go for the big money." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Go for it! Once in a lifetime. Let's go for it. Let's do it." But then I'd be kicking myself afterwards if I lost.
Go big or go home.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're not going to notice any difference anyway. You know, your life is still the same.
100,000 not going to change your life. It'll make your life a little easier.
No,
but...
I mean, like if you hit
exactly.
If you missed the $1 million, you're still.
You know, I think it depends on people's situation too. I think if someone's really hurting for money and they've always struggled, then they might opt for that guaranteed money because maybe they've gambled in life and haven't won. Maybe they're tired of that, and it just depends on the situation and the person. And I guess I'm happy with my life, so it's just entertainment for me. Even if there's a big, weight on it. Whenever I go to Vegas, I'll win money. I will take my money that I won back. I will put it in my pocket, and I will play with the house's money until it's gone. And that's how I gamble.
That's pretty prudent.
It is prudent.
I do that.
It is prudent.
You do the slots or you do the tables?
I do Wheel of Fortune slots and I do blackjack. And I did double down and
love blackjack.
I doubled down. I split and doubled down and won $3,500 in one round and walked away. The faces on that table.
Good enough.
I loved it. So I'm good, fellas.
One more question.
Okay, go for it.
This is for both of you. What is the capital of Canada?
Oh, boy.
Hazel, stay unmuted because I can hear your keyboard clicking.
Capital of...
If you try to look it up.
Is this like a province being a capital? Because we have provinces.
It is what's the capital of the U.S.? Washington.
Okay, I got you.
What's the capital of Canada?
I want to say one, but I have a feeling it's wrong.
Say it.
God,
I'll tell you.
A Senate nomad's going to crucify me for this. I'm gonna say Toronto.
All right, Hazel. For $1 million. Lock it in.
I'm gonna go with Alberta.
Alberta is a province.
Yes. It's not a city.
That's like saying Texas
is the capital.
Is the capital of the U.S.
Well, Washington, D.C. isn't a state, technically.
It's a city.
It's a district.
Okay, you're both wrong. You're both wrong.
Sad.
It's Ottawa.
Ottawa. That's what I meant to say. That was my second choice.
Ottawa.
Yeah, that was my
10th choice.
You almost got it. What's the population of the U.S.? Something million.
I want to say.
I feel like it's 300 million.
I want to say we're probably approaching 300 million. Yeah.
300 million people in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
What's the population of Canada?
I'm gonna say.
You're 300 million.
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
What's our population?
I'm gonna say 46 million.
Okay, Hazel. Don't be clicking.
I'm not clicking.
Okay.
Hey, Google.
Yeah, exactly. I could just I would say probably like, I don't know, 35 million. I don't know.
37 million. Hazel got
Wow.
it. We have 37 million people, and we're bigger than you, and you have 300 million.
But you got a lot of ice.
But how much of Canada is
Don't
actually
count ice?
Is all of Canada inhabitable? There's a lot of natural area.
Most of it is,
Okay.
except like Antarctica.
Is that part of Canada?
It's up. It's like the snowy part.
Right above it, yeah. Boy, that's interesting. I'm glad you asked that. Learned something today.
That's a huge difference.
It is.
When we have more land.
Well, when global
And
warming...
you've got, like,
don't
10
worry.
times the population.
We're all going to move up there when global warming. Florida will be underwater.
You're not allowed. We're building a wall.
What?
Yeah.
What? Come on.
I can feel the love.
I do too. Good questions. Wow.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Thank you for bringing those. Those are nice. That's a good change of pace. All right, Hazel, what do you think? One more each?
Sure.
All right.
All right. So, now this is a serious one, okay?
Okay.
So, Rye, 211.99. Question for the show. Is cereal a soup, but for the morning?
No.
No.
Really?
No. Soup
No.
is defined as something mostly made out of meat, vegetable, blah, 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 and a stock.
And it's savory, not sweet.
Yep. Cereal's not a soup. Just because it's got a liquid and some shit in it doesn't mean it's soup. Is diarrhea a soup? No. Cereal is not a soup. Soup has a stock, vegetable, or chicken.
All right, I got to find a good one here. Oh, yeah. I got a good one. I got a good one here. Okay. Chubby Wizard, question for the show. If you had the choice to pick a character, backstory to play in Destiny, would you pick A, Saladin and the Iron Lords versus Warlords, B, Zavala, the Battle of the Six Fronts, C, the Drifter running with the Shadows of Yore, or D, name your own? I would pick the Iron Lords, but the Drifter is very tempting too. Thanks, love the show. Man, Chubby, think of those questions, man. Great question.
That is a very good question. I'd have to go with the Drifter.
It's
but
it's
if
tempting.
I could pick my own, it would also be Cade.
Yes.
Cade in we know some of Cade's like backstory when he loved that fallen person and his son and everything like that. I would like to go back and be Cade.
See, this
from
is
the very beginning and see how Cade became B. That's my answer. Actually, I change it. Cade.
No, that's a good answer.
I'd want to be Cade.
This is where I think now that they're talking about multimedia in Destiny, I think this is the stories they can come up with. Like they did Mandalorian. They could do things like this for like Zavala or Cade or any of the characters. They can have an origin story, and I really think they'll do this in the future. Good answer. Hazel.
Really good question.
It was a good question.
I think I'd go off script too, and I think I'd go with, I was thinking Oryx.
Just to see how that all came about.
Book of Sorrows.
Perspective of the enemy.
Exactly.
That's an interesting
Okay,
story.
I can see that.
That's a good one. I'm obsessed with the Iron Lords. It would be Saladin, Iron Lords versus Warlords, because that was after the fall, when there were only so many light bearers, and they were very oppressive, and you had good light bearers and bad light bearers, and I love that kind of stuff. That's where I would start. Not to say all of those possible answers are all very interesting, but I love the Iron Lord stories. I really do. Hey, good questions, guys. Fantastic questions. And I wish we could ask more, but, we have to go to bed at some point tonight. So
it is 11 p.m. and I am very tired.
I understand. That's why if we did not answer your question, and we encourage you to keep adding them, make it tough on us. Make it tough on us to choose. Add them in podcast questions in our Discord. You can send us a SpeakPipe. You can email us, all those different ways. But if we did not answer your question tonight, we don't forget them. They're right there in our Discord, pinned and ready to roll. So thank you, community. Absolutely astonishing, the great questions you guys send our way. It's always very entertaining. Okay.
And thank you, Lana, for your questions.
Thank you. Yeah, that was well thought out.
Thank you.
Okay, it's my turn for Gun of the Month. And I know technically when you're listening to this, we're actually in the month of May. But technically we recorded this in April. I'm sorry, everyone. April just flew by. Just flew by this month. And I wanted to make sure we got a gun of or weapon of the month in for the month of April. And since it was my turn, I was trying to think what everyone could benefit by using next season, now that we know generally what the sandbox is going to be. So here's what I picked. Are you getting tired of competing with those long-range 120 hand cannons? And you also want something with range that can also cut down that shotgun running right at you? Then this is the answer, at least my answer, as I really hate to use hand cannons. And my gun of the month is the Time-Worn Spire. You can only get this weapon from Iron Banner, but this is a rapid fire frame family of pulse rifles, which means it has deeper ammo reserves and a slightly faster reload when you empty the magazine. The base stats, we'll start with that. Impact is 23, range of 33, stability of 54, handling of 33, reload speed of 37, aim assist of 79, it's really big, and finally zoom of 17. Those are the base stats. It has a recoil direction of 60. The rounds per minute is a 540. And the magazine, the base magazine, is 37. So there are a lot of options here we can add to the Time-Worn Spire. But I want to give you the role that I've really been enjoying using this season so far. And now that we know there's been some buffs in certain areas, this might be really something to use. 120 hand cannons, we know are getting a nerf. That means we're going to be able to compete as pulse rifle users a little bit more with the 120 hand cannons. And as far as I know, this pulse rifle should be available next season during the Iron Banner events. But if it isn't, for some reason, look through your inventory and see if you have one of these babies. I have 6 of these rifles, but the role I'm going to explain here shortly is my bread and butter pulse when I'm in more sweaty matches. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the masterwork, and I did masterwork this weapon. I have a stability masterwork. I don't have the actual sight that I really wanted on this gun. The actual sight that I really wanted with this particular roll is the red dot micro, which has only has 2 zoom, but it has a +8 to range. And if you know anything about fast-firing pulse rifles, the rapid frame perk is the range is not really great on it. So the further out you can get that shot off without any damage drop-off, the better. Especially, like I said, against a 120 hand cannon. So you want to really try to get some decent range. But this is a rapid-fire pulse rifle, which means it's going to kick all over the place. A range of a recoil direction of 60 base stat That's a hard pull to one side or the other. You really, when you're looking for recoil direction stats, you want something that ends in a 5. The higher the general number to 100 is best, but anything with a 5 will get almost a vertical direction as far as your recoil direction, which is really important. You want something that's very accurate with this rifle. So, okay, here's what I got. This is not my ideal roll, but this roll really works. First off, I did have the Rifle Scope SSF, which isn't too bad. It does give a zoom of 5. It adds 6 range, and it takes a little bit away from your handling of a -3. And then if you go to the magazine perk, I have Flared Magwell, which gives a bonus of 13 to the reload speed and a bump of 5 to stability, which is ever important. Ideally, what you want to try to get here on this one is ricochet rounds. It'll add 5 to range, but it'll add 9 to stability, which is really good. My next perk I have is Feeding Frenzy. This perk basically says each rapid kill with this weapon progressively increases the reload speed for a short time. And if you're especially in PvE with this weapon, you're cutting down adds, your reload speed can really get quick. And Crucible, it does help. I mean, I'm sure there's a multiplier in Crucible where you don't have to rapidly kill Guardians, but as soon as you kill one Guardian, your reload speed's already going to be kicking up. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And then, more importantly, the perk that I did get, which I really love, is Iron Grip. This massively improves weapon stability, but at the cost of reload speed. And let me tell you, reload speed is abysmal on this gun when you have Iron Grip on. But if you listen to the TWAB earlier, they're lessening the penalties of reload speed on this perk and all of the Iron Banner weapon perks. So might want to revisit this one. It's a -30 to reload speed, but I believe they're going to be cutting that down by 10, so it'll be a -20 to reload speed. But it adds +18 to stability. So we just really can't beat that. And just for good measure on rapid fire pulse rifles, I do recommend using the counterbalance mod, because anything you can do to get your recoil direction vertical and increase your stability is a plus. So let's look at, I told you the base stats. Now with this finished rifle, let me tell you the final stats. Still has an impact of 23. Range now is 39. Stability is now 86, which is fantastic. Handling has been dropped by 2 to 31. Reload speed has been dropped by 23 to 14, but keep in mind next season that might be 10 less, which means your reload speed will be negated by the Feeding Frenzy perk. Aim assistance still at 79, which is fantastic, and I added 5 to zoom, so I have zoom of 22 now. Recoil direction now has been improved to 75, which is nearly vertical. So this is a roll I really do like. I've got a lot of kills with this weapon in the Crucible, and I really recommend going for this roll. Now, I did say I had other rolls of this weapon, so I did want to share those as well. Just a couple extra ones I picked up. I have one with the Clean Shot IS, Flared Magwell, Moving Target, and Vorpal Weapon. Might be good against those supers coming at you. I have another one with Rifle Scope ST, Flared Magwell, Under Pressure, which, as you know, is getting a buff this next season, and Iron Grip, which gives you that great stability. So that's one to consider. I have a third one, which has the Red Dot Micro scope that I wanted. It has high caliber rounds, which adds 4 to range. Quick Draw, which we know is going to get nerfed a little bit. And then, of course, Iron Grip again. Iron Grip is a really good mod, or really good to have on this weapon. It really improves how this gun reacts. So, I believe that is it. That is all of the Time Worn Spires I have, and I've played a lot of Iron Banner. So I probably dismantled a couple junk rolls, but these are some solid rolls, and I have almost all of these masterworked. Stability is the key with this weapon. If you want it to be like a dart machine, especially when those shotgunners are coming and running at you, really is important to have this weapon at hand. You can use a hand cannon, which you have to be very accurate with, especially if you're using a 120. It has a lot of damage per shot, but if you panic in any way with a shotgunner coming, or you get a sliding shotgunner, to me, I think the Time Worn Spire is the way to roll. And I have knocked out a lot of 120s in this current meta with the current roll that I just mentioned to you for this season. So imagine they're going to take a little bit of weapon drop off on the 120s next season. This is going to be very competitive, especially if you like using pulse rifles. So look out for this gun going into next season. When the Iron Banner comes around, maybe give it a shot if you don't normally play Iron Banner, or if you do, play some more and see if you can get some really good rolls. Especially if you like pulse rifles, this is going to be a really great rifle to look at. What do you guys think? Do you guys have some good rolls of this weapon? Or is this a no-go for you guys? Lana, what about you? Go with you first.
My roll's not good. So I've got the iron grip that we were talking about. Isn't that good that everybody avoids it, whatever. And I've got subsistence, but now that subsistence has been looked at and it's not taking from your reserves, it might be better.
Okay.
But the other roll that I have is iron reach. So you got that range to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has quick draw.
Okay, that's not bad.
So quick draw, iron reach, and then the iron grip and subsistence.
What do you think of this rifle?
Both, but I haven't used them. That's the thing. When I'm not using my most used weapons, like Summoner, Astral, that's my PvP rollout.
Okay.
And then my SMGs and autos for PvE, they just go right into the vault. So this is just sitting in my vault waiting to be dismantled.
No.
No.
Just cried a little.
I don't know. Our pulses, I feel like pulses aren't the meta right now.
I'm just a pulse rifle user.
Hand cannons.
It is. You're right. But this is the reason I mentioned it. This was a good counter to 120s because I've cut down a lot of 120s that try to get me, and I can put out 2 bursts between getting in and out of cover. Whereas they only have 1 shot, and if they miss, I can have a lot better chance of hitting them. I've battled against 120s, and I would say 70% of the time I win the battle. If I'm in the right position, all the other factors being equal. Hazel, what about you? Do you have one of these?
Nope, not at all.
What?
Nope.
He's a pleb. He hasn't played enough to get one.
Wait a minute. You've never gotten a Time Worn Spire?
I'm not from this season, so no.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah,
I haven't Iron Bannered at all this year.
Yeah, and you had to get it from Iron Banner this season. I think it was this season. Was it last season?
Yeah, that was this season.
Okay, well, you'll have next season to get it, so you'll have it on your radar if we decide to Iron Banner.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. That is my weapon of the month for April. Good deal.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Fudd. This is the final segment of our show. This is where we pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. Just a little sample of what me and Hazel and all our present and past guests have listened to as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify. And we're now on iTunes as well. I'll post special links, of course, in our show descriptions. If you want to follow along and see what we add every week, that'd be great. We now have 657 songs, 47 hours and 21 minutes of music representing all of us. And like I said, our past guests. We're going to eclipse that 2-day mark, I think, after tonight. We're pretty close. And I always post some videos in our music and TV channel after the podcast is released, in case you want to know more about our groups. And we'll turn to Lana. What'd you pick tonight, Lana?
Tonight I picked Fever for the Flava, Hot Action Cop. And I came across that when I know the song from when I was young, but I recently started rewatching Smallville. Do you guys ever watch Smallville?
I've watched a little of it, but I'm not a...
Yes,
yeah.
That song is in there, and I was like, oh my god, I remember that. So that's one of my picks. And the other one is Mind Reader by A Day to Remember, which Falco, Warzone person, potato thumbs guy, showed me a few weeks ago, and I really like that too.
You like metal? Cool. I like it.
I would not classify that as metal.
A Day to Remember?
It's like, yeah, that's not metal. That's just like hard rock. Metal to me is like screaming.
Oh, no.
You can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. That's not metal to me, but I mean, I think metal can be more mainstream, but my bad. Yeah, it's a nice rock group. I know of them. The first one, no, not so much.
No.
I definitely know the first song.
If I heard it, I probably would. All right, Hazel. Good picks, Lana. Thank you.
All right. So my first pick is Linkin Park's My December. I just remember, like, I stumbled upon this, actually. I didn't even know this was on the CD, because it wasn't, actually, when it first came out. But I heard it on their live album. And that's when I was just like, what is this song? And it's just, like, completely the opposite of every other Linkin Park song you've ever heard. So, yeah, it's good. And then my second song is a recommendation from Easy.
Really?
He suggested this to me, so I listened to it. I was like, I like this. Let me pull up what he said about it. It is The Barbarians, and it's by Greta Van Fleet. And according to him, he's like, they're a mix of Led Zeppelin, Rush, and prog rock.
Yes.
So good.
I miss Easy.
Yep. So yeah.
Good picks.
Had to give it a shot there and listen to it. I was like, oh, I like this.
Very nice, man. Tell Easy I said hey.
Yeah.
Well, for my first pick, I was excited. I have another American rock band that came out with a new album this month. It's not.
I love how you say that you're excited when you have an American rock band.
I am excited because
it's like, wow. I'm like, wow, something American. Wow. You still make music here?
Yeah, we make good music.
Oh. Yeah.
We make good music. Well, this group formed in 95 in Little Rock, Arkansas. I had one of their songs long ago, and this choice reminds me of how great this group really is. They won Grammy, by the way, for Best New Artist in 2004. They now have 5 studio albums under their belt, and my song pick is off their latest 2021 album, The Bitter Truth, which is their first new album since 2011. And the song is The Game Is Over from the group Evanescence. Amy Lee's voice is still so amazing to me. The song is about the lead singer's journey, getting older, the battles fought within the band, as well as the industry. And when she had an Instagram blog recently where she said, don't let the voices telling you you're not good enough live in your head. Don't let them write your story. Don't ever let fear stop you from being who you were born to be. That fear, I am, we are, better without you. That's a lyric from the song. Cool song. Really great song. For my second pick, I kind of dipped into my old school roots again. And I don't know if Lana's going to know this song, but it's from my youth. This American musician and actor is best known for his 50s crooner style with heavy reverb falsettos. Born in Stockton, California, he graduated valedictorian in high school and was class president all 3 years in high school. In his college years, he was an exchange student where he studied in Japan in communication arts. So my song I chose is probably his most popular that put him on the musical map from his 1989 album, Heart-Shaped World. It's the song Wicked Game from the iconic Chris Isaak. Still gives me goosebumps when I hear it. In fact, I've got goosebumps right now. See, Hazel? No prog rock, all American artists this week.
Wow, that's a first.
As requested, Mrs. Gator's chosen a song for this week. She says this. So one of my favorite bands, Manchester Orchestra, has a new song out called called Bedhead. I was really excited to hear it, but honestly, I didn't like it at first. After I heard it a couple times, though, it really grew on me, and now I love it. I just want to let you know, they actually have 3 new singles out, and there's one song before that one called Keel Timing, and it's a beautiful song. It's not like the usual Manchester Orchestra, so check it out. It's a really great song. Hey guys, that's a wrap. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 92 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. And we invite you to listen to it as well. Check us out, guardiandowncast.com. We have every episode listed right there on our website. Or go to whatever podcast catcher out there you use. And we have all our episodes listed there as well. So do us a favor if you do like what you're listening to. share it. Share it with somebody. Let people know about it. I'm old and probably not hip, so I don't know much about promoting stuff. Marketing degree went to waste. Anyway, leave us a review also if you like, especially on iTunes. We'd appreciate that. Lana Bobana, thank you, girl, for coming on tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Where can everyone find you out there?
Oh my God, where can they find me? What is my Twitter?
She had questions for us, everything, and then it comes to.
Okay, let me gather it. You can find me on Twitter at LanaBobana92 or on Xbox Lana space AEH or Steam Lana _EH.
Very nice.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. You'll find me. I'm around.
Very nice. Very nice. Hazel?
Hazel NT. Anywhere and everywhere. And coming soon to Xbox.
Yeah, that's right. Can't wait. We got to talk about this little contest you're thinking about. I'm down, man. What to see. That'll be a lot of fun. Just a little interstrife. Little competition be nice.
Exactly. Something else I can hold over your head.
I don't know. I think Lana beat you up pretty good tonight. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving that
you got nothing.
I'm loving it. I'm not the punching bag totally tonight. I'm loving it. I don't see Hazel sweat much, but man, I saw him sweat a little bit tonight. It was great.
Just a little.
All right. You can contact me via the Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS4 as Gator, all caps, Gatr, _s in between. I'm also on YouTube, Gator-Guardian Downcast, where we do post our episodes now every week. So check that out if you like going the YouTube route. You can find us, like I said, on whatever podcast app you choose out there. Just go to GuardianDowncast.com to find everything about us.
Hello, and welcome to Scumdev's Corner. I did something yesterday that you would all shit yourself if you did it, probably. I locked my phone in my office at work, and I locked my office keys next to my phone in work. Closed the padlock, done. Can't get in. All the people who I work with who have keys don't work on a Friday like I do, and I don't know where they live. And obviously I can't phone them because my phone's locked in the office. So it's the weekend. I could probably deal with it over the weekend without having a phone, but it's a bank holiday weekend, so it's an extra day. So I wouldn't have my phone from Thursday night till Tuesday morning. So that's not good. But luckily, where I work in a park, we have a volunteer group called the Friends of Devonport Park. So I thought that they had a spare key years ago. So I knew where the owner of the volunteer group lives. So I drove over to his house, woke him up, got him out of bed. He turned up in his dressing gown and he managed to give me a key that they've had for years to get into my mess room, to get my phone and get the keys to get into my snack room, my office, whatever you want to call it. So luckily, I have my phone. That's what I would have done as a Scumdev's Corner last night. Gator got hold of me. I've seen this morning. He sent me a message last night. Are you not doing a Scumdev's Corner this week? I'm like, dude, my phone has been at work. I ain't done nothing. So I've done it now. Oh, well. Anyway, I've got my phone back. Now I can look at porn on it again. Lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, everyone. Continue to be safe out there. And more importantly, take care of one another.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Doodle-doo.
thanks. I know. I'm sorry. The podcast police came out tonight. Wouldn't let you use your fan. I'm sorry. I don't.
No, I'm good now.
I don't
I'm
think
good
it.
now.
Did you open a window?
No, I just
chilling.
started getting. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks again, Lana. I mean, all of our Discords just love you. I mean, you're just a solid community member.
Oh, I like that.
You're just a solid member in all our communities, and we just you're the I like you're the girl just doesn't take any shit from anybody. I love it.
No, that's me.
Yes, great job.
Millisecond, I say my answer. You better be already reading the next question.
There is a Lana I know. All right.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right. I'm not actually that Canadian,